What up, y'all? Hella late tonight, huh? I'm glad some of you still stuck around. How's everybody doing? What up from Chicago? Just like clockwork. How you doing, girl? Narcoleptic biker broad. I like it. Thanks, Dirt Naps 86. What's up, girl? What's happening, Mark Arguello? LA representing. I be Punisher. I like it. I love the Punisher. The original, though. Nah, dude, honest to God, this is the last clean shirt I had. I didn't get a chance to throw my clothes in the washer and the dryer. Michigan representing. That's what's up, bro. No, I just got on. Thank you so much, starting off right with the gifts. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Ice cream cones from the D. What's happening, bro? Damn, a lot of Michiganders right now. All right. I love it. I love it. K-Zoo. That's why I was so late. My dog. New Zealand, Mike Tat. What's up? What's up? Burbank, Cali. It's crazy, man. Dallas. Philly. I love it, man. I love how everybody reps their city the first thing. I'm from Shankville, Shankville, PA, and was home on 9/11. No kidding. What? I have tried to tell this story and people don't believe. Oh, Philadelphia experiment? Yeah, crazy. Cleveland, Eugene, Oregon. Mandatory, really. Yeah, right. No shit. I know. Like I said, this is the last clean shirt I had, y'all. I need to dry some of my laundry I threw in today. Benjamin, what's up, bro? How's it going? No bueno in the house. How you doing, Ben? Good to see you on here, buddy. Yeah, my vids are pretty crazy, huh, bro? Hope you're doing well, Ben. Hold up. What is the camps all over America being prepped for? Not bad. Oh, you at work, bro? Good shit. I love it, man. I heard you keeping that job and you're doing well with it, brother. I heard you're doing well with it. That's what I like to hear, Ben. It's good shit, bro. Thank you, B. Stokes. For the unvaccinated, maybe. Yeah, Philadelphia experiment for sure. Most handsome TikToker. I'll take it. I appreciate that. The administration does what they want. Don't let the MIB or CIA get you. Yeah, dude, I know, right? I hope not, man. I really hope not. I hate to say it. I don't feel it's that bad. Invisibility, and yes, I do believe they did. I mean, it wasn't crazy amount of time travel within days. But I guess, okay. Yeah, then the after effect, the afterwards, after the whole experiment, yes, a couple of the supposedly, I'll get to it. But yes, supposedly they travel back in time. Yeah, hop on the ship and get whatever is causing the ship to do the invincibility or cloaking. They grab that and they hop off the ship again. Arizona, what's up, Arizona? Yeah, this one's decent. I like this story. Thank you, Big Dog Rich. That's Ricardo Villanueva on my YouTube. Bullshit. You know how many comments I get like that? Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Good to see you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got the part with the walls, bro. Yes, sir. Las Vegas in the house. Do I think this story is real? Yes, absolutely. Yup. Okay, so yeah, I'll get started. The Philadelphia experiment. It started October 8th, 1943. It was a cannon class destroyer, USS Eldridge, right? It was in the Philadelphia shipyard, and supposedly the United States military had gotten a hold of a new cloaking tech. So they figured they'd give it a go. It was a top secret program, and they ran it without the knowledge of really anybody. They kind of just chose the ship. I think a lot of the crew didn't even have an idea that this was going to happen to them, which is kind of messed up if you think about it. But witnesses say, thank you, I appreciate the fire, for real. Witnesses say that the USS Eldridge was just doing its standard routine in the shipyard when suddenly it started to make a loud noise and almost vibrate. And it had a green aura around it. And it continued to like pulse. And then a big electric shock, and it just disappeared, right? People were standing there like in awe. What the hell just happened? Then witness accounts say where it ended up was in a Virginia shipyard. Same thing. It literally just appeared out of thin air. Green aura around it. And it was just floating along. Well, as soon as they appeared in the Virginia shipyard, they activated the cloaking tech again and zapped back to the Philadelphia shipyard. And that was all the travel that was said to be done with this tech for the USS Eldridge. But it's not really exactly what took place as far as the teleportation goes. It's what happened to a lot of the soldiers on board, right? They didn't care about any collateral damage. All they cared about was a successful experiment of cloaking technology. Mind you, this would be just before World War II, or just at the beginning of World War II. So during the teleportation, two of the gentlemen hopped off the ship before it teleported, right? So they didn't have any of the ill effects. But it said that when the ship got back to the Philadelphia shipyard, a bunch of the crew members were insane. They lost their minds from it. Not only that, the craziest part of it all was the ship, the crew of the ship fused within the steel on the boat. Fused literally within the walls, and they were stuck inside the steel walls of the ship. Still alive, y'all. Still alive. So obviously you can imagine what's going through their minds. And the fact that they still lived through all this, crazy. But they cut them out. They proceeded to cut them out. But it affected these soldiers for a lifetime. It messed them up. Really bad. So the two soldiers that jumped off, they sent back onto the ship to gather the equipment that was making the ship teleport. So they successfully did. They got this. I don't know what you want to call it. It'd be like, I want to say it was like an orb or a cube type technology that would make the ship disappear. And I guess they continued to use this tech in the following years and mastered it eventually. Cloaking tech actually goes back to the story I shared yesterday, the Dulce encounter with underground aliens in the deep underground military base back in 1979. That was witnessed by Phil Snyder. Phil Snyder is the one that blew the whistle on that. He would share the story in 1979. They would basically blow into an underground cavern that they wanted to make part of their military base and run into a bunch of gray aliens. And all-out war would break out underground. The aliens had plasma pistols. Phil Snyder would pull his pistol. He'd take out 2 of them, but he'd get shot in his hand. He'd lose his trigger finger, his middle finger, and his thumb. And he had proof. He would show it when he would go to conventions and cry wolf on the military. He felt that the military should be disclosing aliens, basically, to the people, and that they were hiding too much. So they found cloaking technology here as well. I know people think it's crazy and they don't believe it, but cloaking technology has been around since the Philadelphia experiment days. I'm not so sure about the time travel as far as that goes. I think that the Philadelphia, the USS Eldridge, it only time traveled within a couple days. It didn't go very far. But this has obviously been kept under wraps. It's off the radar. They don't talk about it. There's not a lot of information about it. I think they made maybe a movie later or something like that. But a crazy story. I think there's a few more details on it. I apologize. I just kind of scrambled to get it around just because I had some stuff going on today. So I was a little late. But I have a couple other stories I wanted to share with you guys as well. So who's all heard of Planet Tiamat? Planet Tiamat. Supposedly Planet Tiamat was once in our solar system, but it basically exploded, and they say it turned into the asteroid belt. And it was a super advanced civilization that lived on this planet between Mars and Jupiter, right? Between Mars and Jupiter. So you guys are familiar with the planet Nibiru? The planet Nibiru is supposedly the home to the Annunaki, okay? The ancient Annunaki. I thought I had a picture back here. Right here. So the ancient Annunaki live on planet Nibiru. Their orbit is really odd. Their orbit is very extended in our atmosphere, or in our solar system, excuse me. It's really extended, and it supposedly passes Earth every 3,000 or so years. Well, it obviously changes over time as well. As orbits do, it floats further away from the sun. Well, supposedly it kept getting closer and closer to planet Tiamat as it would make its orbit. And I have kind of another theory about this that may be a little different. The Anunnaki were known as a warring faction. They desired war. They sought it. That's what they lived for. So, and there's rumors that some people believe that they were draconian, okay? If you aren't familiar with draconians, they're an ancient race of a hybrid dinosaur humanoid, literally, or a reptilian. There's a lot of people that actually believe the reptilians are kind of running this earth today. I know you all have seen the videos of the reporters with their eyes changing. Once in a while, you'll see some sharp teeth. And this dates to a long time ago. It's said that the reptilian beings were pushed underground by the ancient Sirian Anunnaki. Okay? There's different types of Anunnaki. There's the Templar Anu, the Sirian Anu, and the Draconian Anu. Okay? The Templar Anu were also evil. Kind of funny how they were called the Templar Anu, right? The Templars, Crusades, Templar Anu. They teamed up with the Atlanteans, the Draconians, and the Templar Anu. They teamed up. And they fought against the Lemurians, the Syrian Anunnaki, and there were certain Templar Anus that didn't want to go to the evil side. So they were also on the good side. It was kind of a split team, if you will, I guess. But I thought that was really funny how Sirian Anunnaki, Syria, you know what I mean? As I was reading this stuff, I'm thinking, it's clicking in my head like, wow, we're carrying on names of these beings that are in this information to this day. It's like validating stuff. But the reptilians basically the draconian Anunnakis, they wanted to take over humans. They wanted to enslave us to harvest gold because they had so much war on their planet Nibiru. They had nuclear war and it ruined the atmosphere. And supposedly you can use gold if you run it through the right process. You can use gold to replenish a planet's atmosphere, which is crazy. Gold is very powerful, you guys. It's said that the tips of all the pyramids were gold. It's now been stripped away, but the very peaks of all the pyramids were gold. They emitted the energy, if you will, the wireless energy that sustained the masses back then. They were also used to defend and guard portals, okay? And a lot of these portals, most of them would lead to Middle Earth, all right? So, and it's even said that the Pyramid of Giza is still defending the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant, y'all, which is crazy. And you know that's all pure gold. The Ark of the Covenant is pure gold. And it's very, very powerful. It's also known as the Sphere of Amenti. The Sphere of Amenti is said to be a very powerful entity, and it is the energy source that is our planet Earth, right? It's the Earth's energy force, and they have many of them in many planets that inhabit a living species. There's actually billions of planets in our solar system. If you guys have read the book of Urantia, I am just getting introduced to this. This book is crazy, y'all. You need to go check it out. The book of Urantia, they say that our Earth's actual name is Urantia, and it dates back to biblical times. You know, the Isle of Paradise. You got Michael, the archangel. Jesus is a part of it as well. Crazy stuff. If you guys get a chance, go check it out. But there was on planet Tiamat lived a super advanced ancient civilization. I believe they could have been the Lemurians and maybe the Atlanteans, but most likely the Lemurians. They had tech beyond your wildest dreams. The buildings this planet was much bigger than Earth even. It was closer to just under the size of Jupiter. But Nibiru is even bigger than... Nibiru would probably be the biggest planet in our solar system if it settled in our solar system. Nibiru is massive, y'all. It literally will bump into other planets and just eat them. It's like a bump in the road for it. It's a massive planet. Well, the planet of Tiamat knew that Nibiru was coming. The orbit was going to be near. Well, as it approached, I guess all-out war broke out on planet Tiamat. The Draconians began to invade. They would take slaves. They would take their children and use them for their army. They would enslave their women. The men, they would just eliminate. Okay? But this is right before planet Nibiru actually collided with Tiamat. So, all-out war breaks out. The Draconians pretty much win. The aliens that could escape, or the beings that could escape planet Tiamat, did. Probably to Mars, to be honest. Probably to Mars. So, as planet Nibiru made contact with Tiamat, it's said that it literally annihilated half the planet, just like that, and everything on it. But the other half of the planet stayed intact, okay? It's said that, and there's theories, this is Zecharia Sitchin. He wrote the 12th planet. He deciphered the ancient Anunnaki tablets, the Sumerian tablets. So he's smart. I mean, he is very intelligent, but I don't find, I love the theory. It's really cool, but I find this part hard to believe, that half the planet stayed intact, okay? And that half floated into orbit and would later become Earth. It's possible. It's possible, okay? But I don't believe that is what took place. I believe that the Draconian Anunnaki had a literal planet killer. A weapon like the Death Star in Star Wars that would power up and just beam a laser to the core of a planet and explode it from the inside. Otherwise, so why I believe this is, if Nibiru is that much bigger than Tiamat and it hits it, I do not believe that the asteroid belt's debris, it's so finite and small that it almost had to be an explosion that took place, not a collision. I could see it breaking into big chunks with the collision, possibly, at least larger chunks. But the asteroid belt, it runs the entire way around the sun. So, and it fell too perfectly in orbit. Why would just a large chunk float off into Earth's orbit? It just doesn't make sense. I like his theory. It's cool, and I believe there was possibly a planet Tiamat, but I believe that the Draconian Anunnaki, they blew that fucker up and enslaved the people on it. Because when the Anunnaki got to Earth, when they first got to Earth, their planet was pretty much dead, and they were looking to either A, inhabit another planet, or B, find another planet that has a lot of gold that they could harvest and replenish their atmosphere. Okay? Now, the ancient Sumerian tablets state that when the Anunnaki got here, initially, they had another alien being, another type of alien being enslaved. Okay? I believe these were the Lemurians and possibly the Atlanteans. Okay? But for sure the Lemurians. I'm thinking the elongated skull people. Okay? That's what I believe. That would be the people from planet Tiamat. I believe planet Tiamat was housing the elongated skull people when the Draconians attacked, blew up their planet, took them as slaves, the vast majority. Then Earth, I believe Earth was already in existence. Earth was already there. I don't believe Earth just magically fell into orbit from another planet in a collision. No. I believe Earth was its own morphogenetic field of energy that drew in debris and asteroids from outer space, and it molted into Earth over billions and billions and billions of years. So it's said that the Anunnaki, they had first enslaved another alien race. Well, this alien race grew tired of being slaves to the Draconian Anunnaki. So they revolted. They actually revolt and they win. They win. Okay, they win their freedom. At that point, they are free to inhabit a portion of the Earth. Okay, and that's just by, like, it'd be galactic law. You know what I'm saying? And they had, like, other Anunnakis finally would come to their support, right? Come to their aid. The Sirian Anunnaki, which the Sirian Anunnaki are some of the highest council of said Galactic Federation. Okay? If you believe in the Galactic Federation. Okay? If you believe in it. So, the Sirian Anunnaki are powerful. I think the Sirian Anunnaki still watch our planet to this day. Alright? And trust me, they're monitoring our planet like crazy right now. Okay? They're watching us very closely. Because whatever evils are taking place right now, fam, the Draconians are behind it. Don't get it twisted. I'm telling you. The evil Anunnaki are behind it. Okay? They think they got the upper hand, but I beg to differ. I don't believe that's how it's going to play out. I do not believe that's how it's going to play out. The Sirian Anunnaki are lying in wait, okay? What they're doing is watching. They're watching close, and they're seeing what takes place. They're going to see what it takes for the people to react, to find their inner strength and power. They're going to let them push and push until there's no more hope. Either we don't do anything or we do. I don't know. But I believe they are watching very closely. And I believe, so in history, I'll continue my timeline. It gets cool. It gets cool. So then the Draconian Anunnaki create humans. Okay? They create hybrid humans. I believe that these may have been the fallen in the book of Enoch. And they came down and they bred with whatever species was here of man. Probably Neanderthals, Denisovans, etc. They bred with them and created giants. And then they probably enslaved some giants, but eventually they created Adam and Eve, and etc., etc. It played out. But we were basically born here to be slaves. But galactic law states that, and this is the belief of the Galactic Federation, the Sirian Anunnaki, and the Lemurians. Galactic law states every being in the universe has a right to exist after being created freely and basically by their own rule of law. They hand you freedom and say, what are you guys going to do with it? And they watch. Okay? They watch. They want to see what type of beings we could become, right? So they want to see whether they're going to let us into their world or not. Are you going to be barbaric? Are you going to be incompassionate or empathetic? Are you going to be integral, honest, moral? Are you going to be what it takes to gain access to the powers that are really at B? Y'all, we ain't seen shit, fam. I'm telling you, we ain't seen shit. These fuckers got crazy tech. And I would love to have access to it. I'd give anything to have access to it. We ain't seen nothing. Wait. Just wait. Okay? So anyway, so the Lemurians believed that we had a divine right, a God-given right, not God per se, but the God source energy that sustains all life in the universe. It's intertwined. Okay? It's intertwined. Even the aliens or the extraterrestrials that exist out here, y'all, they are on the same energy board and path. Whether evil, it doesn't matter. We're all on the same sustained energy field. Okay? And it's a divine source energy. That's all how you can explain it. Is it intelligent? Yes. Is it shaped like a man? If it wants to be. Is it shaped like Jesus? If it wants to be. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just a manifested, amazingly powerful source energy. Okay? So the Lemurians is basically the Lemurians and the Sirian Anunnaki say, hey, no more of this shit. These people deserve to be free. And the Draconian Anunnaki say, F2, let's get it. And they go to war. Okay? And they go to war right on Earth. It was the Atlanteans and the Draconian Anunnaki, the Sirian Anunnaki, and the Lemurians. And you guys, it breaks into all-out war. They're using advanced tech, nukes, you name it. Now, this war would only last 20 to 30 years in real time. But it took place, it is said it took place during the Third Galactic War. Because there has been galactic wars, y'all. You know what I mean? By the way, guys, any donators I follow. At the end of the live, I will follow you and check out your page a little bit. Any messages, I answer. Any questions you have, I'll answer. I do not talk or pertain to politics or the vax, the jab. That's just for another time and place, okay? TikTok ain't having it, so I ain't doing it. I don't want to get banned anymore, okay? So I leave the vax alone. I leave politics alone. But that's just a little bit what I'm about. Any donations, like I said, I'll follow you at the end of the live. I will be eventually giving out apparel too, okay? I just got signed up for I got my employee identification number, all that good stuff. So my lives, as long as it reaches a certain threshold of donations to where I ain't shooting myself in the foot by donating, probably around 80 to 100 bucks in every live, the highest donator will get a free piece of apparel. But the highest donator, it can't be the same person every week. I appreciate it, but it can't be the same person every week. You know what I'm saying? I might even start like recording donations pretty soon, and have a back order. T-shirts, hats, you name it. I'm rocking it. It's got the NG logo on it, just like you see in my profile picture. And then I got one with the alien spelling out night god, etc. Just a little side note. Sorry for all you people that are leaving. But anyway, so the war breaks out. It's going on during the Third Galactic War. So the Anunnaki, the Draconians, they're always causing trouble. The Greys as well. The Greys are evil as well. The Zeta Reticuli Greys, to be in particular about it. They're evil. They are in cahoots with the Draconian Anunnaki. The Draconian Anunnaki are angry. They feel that they have just as much right to Earth as we do. So that's why they are infiltrating they're infiltrating. You know what I'm saying? Top level shit. They're infiltrating and they're influencing. I mean, imagine it. You become this, this person in the suit and tie that talks a bunch of bullcrap, okay? And you get brought into this room by a friend who's also this person, a politician. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it too loud. And you get, basically, you basically get brought into this room and a fucking 7 foot tall alien being walks in and offers you vast riches, immortality. It's a bunch of lies. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up being a slave too, right? You will. You think you're going to be enslaving. No, just watch. You're going to end up being a slave, okay? You're never going to be better than the Draconians or the alien entity that is influencing you. You'll never be better than them. So, just a little side note. But that's why they get convinced. Literally, they're $100 bills in them. Thousands, millions. They're handing them briefcases full of cash, like money, the root of all what? Evil. So they're they're offering them vast wealth and like I said, possibly immortality. They have it. They have it. Monatomic gold. Monatomic gold. It's white powdery substance that's gold that's been found under the Giza Pyramid all over the world in the underground bases or underground caverns. The purest of the pure, you can look it up online, but it's fake. The purest of the pure stuff is from ancient times. And if consumed, it's said you can live for up to 1,000 years if you consume it regularly. I don't know if it's every day, every month, probably a couple times a year. I don't know. You just drink it. Give it a drink and you're going to live extra. It somehow rejuvenates and replenishes your body to youth. You ever watch Jupiter Ascending? But they're using the blood of humans in that movie. So the war breaks out. It's an epic battle, y'all. The death of Mars takes place in this war. So what happens? So the Anunnaki had bases on Mars's moons. All right? The Anunnaki had bases on Mars's moons. Okay? A group of they had taken over Mars. I'm sure right around probably just after Tiamat. I'm sure some of the Tiamat people jumped to Mars, but Anunnaki come in. They're taking it over. What they did was they used it as a hub. They used it as a hub between Earth and their planet. Okay? Earth and their planet. They would use it as it's not quite a midway point, but it's just a hub. They would take a lot of gold there. You know, basically get it off planet. You got opposing forces on the planet, Earth, so you're going to take your gold and take it somewhere safe, right? And your guys, I mean, you're talking gold, yo. Gold, lots of gold. Like beyond El Dorado gold. You know what I mean? And what sucks is they're just melting it all down. And it didn't even end up working. Funny part. Little side note right there. Didn't even end up replenishing their atmosphere. But the Lemurians, Atlanteans, they're all battling. Epic battles. So the Lemurians, they decide, well, we're going to fucking hit the Anunnaki where it hurts. We're going to take out their hubs on the moon of Mars. Okay? So they fire a missile called Nara 1. Nara 1. What's Nara kind of sound like? NASA? You know what I mean? Possibly correlation there. Just speculation. But they fire these massive nukes, that bigger than any nukes we've ever seen today, up to Mars's moons. And they make contact with 2, blowing them to bits. Okay? This would backfire later. They also sent nukes up to Mars as well, the planet. And the Anunnaki they also started nuking each other on Mars. The war broke out to Mars, and that's why Mars became a red planet. Nukes. Nuclear war. So they blew up their nukes on Mars, rendering the planet useless to the Anunnaki, basically. The Martians that were living there at the time, a population of Martians, they made it to these they made it to underground. Mars also has a hollow Mars, like a hollow Earth, but hollow Mars. So they made it the underground. A lot of them lived, a lot of them didn't. So the Lemurians did this. This pisses the Atlanteans off. So as a result, the Atlanteans, they want to sink the planet or the land of Mu, which Mu, M-U, means Mother Earth. Okay? Mu was in the Pacific, just off the coast. Thank you so much for those. Just off the coast of China. I think even possibly a portion of Japan may have been somewhat of Mu. Hawaii as well. It was, so if you go on Google Earth and you look, you can see there's a lot of debris in this general area. Okay? So thank you, Nate, and thank you, I missed it. I know your name, little girl. I appreciate you. Thank you. So they send these, so as a result, the Atlanteans decide they want to nuke Mu, take out the main land of freedom on Earth. Mu was the hub of freedom. There was many races there, multiple races on Mu, because it was literally freedom of religion, etc., democracy to the fullest and to the max. Law of one, love and light. That's what was Mu. And this was everything that the Draconians hate. And the Atlanteans. It's too bad the Atlanteans had to get swayed. And I've read this, you guys, in multiple accounts. The Atlanteans were an evil faction that fought with the Anunnaki reptilians. Okay? Appreciate you, Nate. Norma, I appreciate you, girl. Thank you. I just saw your comment. I got you. Thank you. You're always in my lives. You rock. So they basically, so what they do is they send another form of a Nara 1 nuke, appreciate you, to the Mariana Trench, which is near Mother Mu, the planet Mu. They send that sucker as deep as it can go. And they blow it up. Boom! And it sinks the land of Mu. Alright? This initially opened up some of the subterranean pockets of natural water, or fresh water. And it did create a little flooding on Earth at the time, while sinking Mu. So this actual bomb, it would backfire, and it would actually cause so much destruction that both parties would have to call it quits because they would lose so many people. It would create, so this would basically piss Earth off. This particular nuke would piss Earth off. And she would start having cataclysms left and right, earthquake after earthquake, polar shift after polar shift, tectonic plates were moving, the crust. I mean, it was crazy times here. On this planet at this time, holy shit, crazy times, okay? So they call it quits, and they continue to build pyramids, etc. They just kind of both go their separate ways. I think the Draconian Anunnaki and the Atlanteans, they took over Antarctica, all right? And the good faction, the Lemurians, the Sirian Anunnaki, they got to inhabit much of Earth. So they were building pyramids like crazy. So what are pyramids? Pyramids are earthquake proof, all right? Pyramids are technically somewhat flood proof, but promise you earthquake proof. And no earthquake gonna bring it down. You can't bring it down because of the sides and how compact it was and the sheer design. So that's why they built so many pyramids, is because for like 1,000-year run, Mother Earth was mad, y'all. She was throwing earthquakes, volcanoes, you name it. Cataclysm after cataclysm. So our magnitude, our Richter scale, I think it's called, for our earthquakes today, 7 is the max. You're talking double that earthquakes going on Earth at this time, okay? So it runs for quite a few years like that, but here's where it backfired, actually blowing up Mars's moons. What happened was these moons were massive, and the debris from blowing them to bits started coming towards Earth as soon as they blew up. Well, the Lemurians didn't account for this. And suddenly you got meteor showers from hell that start hitting Earth. You're talking nuclear explosions times 1,000. At this time, panic begins to set in, okay? They need to either get off planet, which most of the reptilian Anunnaki did. Most of the Draconian Anunnaki got off planet. But the Atlanteans and the Lemurians, they took to the underground subterranean pockets. This is where the Lemurians move into Mount Shasta, California. Okay? They take over Mount Shasta, California. They actually had tech that could reroute volcanic lava flow chambers. They would close them off and reroute them, probably towards the ocean. So that if people think Mount Shasta is ever going to blow up, it's not. It'll never erupt. This is why. The lava flows are rerouted. The Anunnaki took it over. Or not the Anunnaki, the Lemurians took it over. And they still said to inhabit it today. It's said that, this is a cool little side note, that 33% of all U.S. presidents, starting with Washington, have met with aliens in Mount Shasta. It's basically part of the job. They take you to Mount Shasta, they introduce you to these aliens living there, and you basically have some somewhat peace talks. You get to see their tech. Certain presidents were not allowed this privilege because the presidents that would say that they're going to cry wolf on aliens in their campaign, they wouldn't let in on aliens, which is kind of fucked up. Clinton, nope. Jimmy Carter, nope. JFK, I believe, yes, he was let in on aliens. Reagan was let in on aliens. Actually, Ronald Reagan was an avid ET believer. That's why he started Star Wars, the Star Wars program. He's the first one to talk about putting satellites in the sky that could fight an unknown enemy so they could protect our skies. But they ain't our skies. Don't get it twisted. So he started Star Wars. Trump, in on aliens for sure. Biden already knows about it. He knew before he was even president. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so the war comes to a standstill, and you got the moons of Mars start smoking our planet, right? Well, this is when the Atlanteans and the Lemurians, they decide to make peace. They take down to the hollow earth, and they meet with the master, which is the innkeeper, the overall keeper of said planet Earth. I do believe that the master is a very divine spirit entity, okay? Admiral Richard Byrd meets with the master on Operation High Jump. He gets pulled into hollow earth with a sort of real energy force, but with two saucers by his side. They call them the Flugerads. They're basically the tall whites. Okay? They were flying them. They escort him to Middle Earth, and that's when he talks to said master. Now, during the story, the master continuously refers to Admiral Richard Byrd as my son. Okay? That and it was made vivid. It was made obvious that they wanted you to know the master was referring to the human race as my son, okay? And obviously daughters as well. But Admiral Byrd was a male, so he called him my son. This really struck me. I thought, why does he continuously call him my son, right? I believe, and I used to think that it was possibly the all great one, the all source energy holder. But I don't think that was him, okay? I don't think that was him. I believe it was either... So, in the book of Urantia, it says the archangel, or the arch spirit guide, that... Because I don't like to get too churchy, because people seem to bail on churchy stuff. So, he's a spirit guide. He's just a higher energy force entity, okay? He's been through all this that we're going through at this moment right now, all right? He's been through it all. He's just done it years and years and years ago, okay? This is Archangel Gabriel. He runs our whole super universe, okay? Super universe is made up of a bunch of smaller galaxies, like the Milky Way, and then there's the it starts with an A, I don't know, I can't think of it, but there's a bunch of different galaxies around us, and those make up our super universe. Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel, there's 7, right? There's 7 super universes, 7 archangels. What a coincidence. Gabriel runs ours, okay? I believe that the master is Gabriel in this story. I think Gabriel, it said, Admiral Byrd talks about how the master is gentle and kind, easy on the eyes, you know, just slightly wrinkly skin, but aged but wise. Just looks like a master would look. Just wise, old, sharp old man, okay? He basically tells Admiral Byrd, since you are so renowned on Earth, we need you to go back with said message. Stop using nukes. That was it, pretty much. We need you because it affects all of space-time. Explosives affects space-time, not only on our planet, but throughout our entire galaxy. And probably throughout a lot of the super universe. But it greatly affects every planet within our solar system, okay? So he wanted to relay that message because it was shortly after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He would explain that nuclear energy and atomic energy was not meant for mankind, etc. It's too early, basically. We're too early in our species evolution and development for that tech, because so they've seen it before many times with the story I'm telling you right now. Those beings were advanced and they still couldn't handle it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they don't like it, and it's what it is. So they have been known to actually shut down them in midair. This has happened multiple times in the Cold War. There would have been an all-out Third World War in the Cold War era, guys. But the aliens shut them down midair, and they just fell to the ground, deader than a doornail. Now let's pray, in the case of, again, another world war, they do that, okay? Because we don't want it. No smoke. It's silly we're even talking about it. It sucks. But hopefully we can work something out and all live in peace. And I think that's what's going to happen. So if not, be ready, because I'll tell you what. I hope they show up. I hope they show up. So basically the war ends and the earth begins to flood as a result of all the cataclysms. Okay? This is supposedly the Great Flood era. All right? The Lord wanted to replenish and reset everything after this. Well, obviously, either the Great Flood era or just before that, when all the oceans dried up. I gotta decipher that one in my head. Because there was a time, and it says it right in the scripture, the great and powerful source energy says in Isaiah and a couple other ones, but Isaiah mainly, that he was going to dry up all the oceans and strike down the beings that were known for making fearsome idols all over earth. Okay? And those of you that are with me on my lives and all that stuff, you know I've shown you. They're all fearsome. They're never smiling. Never. And I can understand why, because they're trying to make these fearsome idols intimidate their opponent. There was a lot of war going on. You know, and eventually the rulers, they'd had enough of it, because there's eventually a point where Earth would be, you know, what's the most important? The planet that sustains life. We are behind that in the list of hierarchy. I promise you, we're behind it. They don't want Earth to be destroyed. It's rare. It's rare, and we squander it every day. They don't want it to be destroyed. So, they will put Earth first. I promise you, they will. They'll wipe it out before they let it die. So, that's what happens. The war ends, but right before they go to subterranean or right before all of the cataclysms take place and all the meteors hit and just absolute catastrophe takes place, the Atlanteans and the Lemurians approach the innkeeper, the master, said Gabriel, and they say, "Can you let us in? Will you give us passage?" He says, "Prove to me you've learned the futilities of nuclear war and what it can cause." And basically, they have to make peace, the Atlanteans and Lemurians. They're Draconians. They're just taking off planet. They will never make peace. But the Atlanteans and Lemurians make peace. And this innkeeper is also known as, and I know that people that study it on here, Shambhala the Lesser. Okay? He's also been referred to as Shambhala the Lesser. So they approach him and they say, "Hey, we have learned our lesson. Please, we beg of you." They let him in. They actually let him in Middle Earth, which is crazy. Inner Earth, excuse me. Inner Earth, Hollow Earth, whatever. They let him in Hollow Earth, and right before the asteroids all start hitting Earth, basically in Hollow Earth, that sphere that said is to be their sun, I believe is the sphere of Amente, a probably father piece or mother piece to the Ark of the Covenant. okay? That's why it looks like a sun. It may be housed in gold, okay? But it's very powerful. It keeps it bright, keeps them warm, etc. This is an alien, this is a alien power. I don't know, I haven't really figured out quite where it stems from, okay? Where they found it, or how they acquired such an amazing piece. But it's said that it also created the blue flame staff. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate you. I didn't even know you were on here. They said it also powers the blue flame staff, right? So the blue flame staff is the same one in the same staff, right? That Moses parted the Red Seas with. God gave it to Moses so he could escape the persecution of the Egyptians. And he gave it to him so he could part the Red Seas and close them on his pursuers. All right. It's said that that's in the Vatican. I don't know if it's true or not, probably. But it's said that that's in the Vatican. A lot of the information I've gotten, you guys, too, by the way, is from you all, too. I read the comments. I see the stuff. At the end of every live, I go through my comments and talk to you guys. And you guys are smart. I love the information y'all give me. I take bits and pieces of everything, any source. People are passionate. There's more than just one. You know, you got to keep an open mind. You can never think you know it all. So on that note, thank you. So they're all in Middle Earth. They probably, I imagine, a lot of the Native Americans from North America and South America, in the middle of, basically Mexico area, they went and they got into the underground tunnels as well before the cataclysms took place. This has been proven. There's Egyptian temples in the Grand Canyon that have recently been found. Many believe that, in fact, the Egyptians originated in the Americas. Maybe, maybe not. But they found, basically in the Grand Canyon, a large temple cut right into the sidewall of the canyon. This was found by 2 explorers. They said that when they got in there's vast amounts of gold weaponry, big old caverns full of seeds for growing. Basically, people that were getting ready for something amazing and crazy to happen, right? So that was discovered. For some reason, they keep it under wraps. I don't know why. It sucks, but they do. You really still can't even find much on it. I've looked. I've tried. There's really not much on it. But a lot of them escape into the underground tunnels. Old Native American folklore actually says that when they emerged onto the surface of Earth there's said to be, for you Arizonians, there's said to be an entrance to said caverns in Flagstaff. That the original, after the cataclysms, some of the original humans emerged from a tunnel opening in Flagstaff, Arizona. So, find it, let me know. So, and actually, I want to say in Flagstaff there are some ancient, drawings, etc., from old tribes and stuff on big old boulders, rock walls, you name it. I'm pretty sure my aunt said Flagstaff. I know Flagstaff's altitude is high, right? Yeah, Ma says yes. So I know the altitude of Flagstaff is really high. So, rocking. I appreciate it. As I said, I follow anybody that gifts, so I appreciate y'all. I missed some of my regulars because I started my live so late. I think a lot of them will stay up for my lives, but a lot of them will actually go to bed if I don't get on by 11:30. But I'm glad to have the numbers I do. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. Sorry I couldn't get Beowulf Part 2 posted. I got some making up to do. I got a couple good story ideas, though, regardless. So more content always coming your way. I think I just got the hours for the YouTube Partner Program, too. Let's go. So you might see me popping on YouTube real soon. Look for the shorts, obviously, but I do have all my 3-minute videos. I've been trying to do longer videos for y'all because that's what you requested. I got a couple 8-minute, 9-minute videos on there, 15-minute. All my lives are posted on there too, just so you know. All my lives are posted on my YouTube. The whole thing. I actually download them from here and post them on my TikTok. Or YouTube, excuse me. Because I like the YouTubers that watch my lives. I like them to see y'all's comments when we associate and talk. So, they emerge from Flagstaff and they begin to re-inhabit the earth, okay? This is a little bit of the history of our planet that I've read and deciphered over a lot of reading and all that stuff. But we are in a weird time. So where I was going to get at is, at one time, after everybody emerged from the cataclysm of said asteroids, so I am going to say that the flood took place after that. The Great Flood took place after all this, okay? So after the cataclysms and everybody emerges from the inner pockets of Earth, the Atlanteans, the Templar are new, and I think the Draconian Annunaki, they always hide, they always loom in the shadows. They wanted unrestricted access to Middle Earth after all this. And the Sirian Annunaki, which is the High Council, said, yeah, right. You know, just because there was a cataclysm, you got scared and you said, you know, you're going to have peace and it's going to be okay. You were the ones that struck first. We were the peaceful beings. You struck first. So they said, no, you don't get access. Well, that, of course, right away pissed them off. The Templar knew got pissed. The Atlanteans got pissed. So during this time, the Sirian Annunaki, they were working closely with the Egyptians. And they were giving some of the Egyptians access to the higher realms and the powers that are said to be within the Giza pyramid. There's portals. All pyramids, they say, are covering a portal to Middle Earth. There's some kind of puzzle that you have to solve to get the pyramids to unlock. I believe it's you gotta find your inner consciousness, like your heart chakra. You gotta open it. I believe you gotta vibe, really. I think that the pyramids, that's the key to unlocking them. Frequency of self and vibe, okay? That's just a hunch, because they haven't been able to figure out how to get into all these rooms and these things or nothing, y'all. But I've read a few accounts where they've had encountered caverns with force fields, right? Energy shield force fields around halls of records, other amazing relics, etc., left by ancient civilizations for us, so that it tells us a little bit of our history. They finally figured out how to crack into these, because if you'd walk into this energy field, it would literally just drop you and it'd stop your heart, okay? It didn't take very many tries for them to realize not to walk into it. But eventually, somebody figured out with meditation and vibe that once you vibed this as a certain frequency, the force fields would dissipate, okay? And they figured it out. So I believe that that correlates with the pyramids. I think if we figure out how to vibe right, maybe get into that chakra, I think crazy things could be unlocked in the Great Pyramids. So what I was going to say, and what pertains to what's going on in today's world, is the ancient Draconians and the Atlanteans, they get jealous as hell that the Sirian Annunaki are letting the Sirian Annunaki are letting the hybrid humans, Egyptians, get access to this great power, this great energy, but not them. They don't believe that the humans, they're up here, you know, the hierarchy, the Atlanteans and the Templar News, we're up here. We've been here for years. These people, they're just new. They're brand new. Why are they getting that level of respect? Well, they don't start wars. You know what I'm saying? It's really common sense, but it kind of backfired in a way. But it may not have. So why the Sirian Annunaki didn't want to give them access? Because they didn't want to give them access to the power so they could use it against them. And it's common sense. And obviously the Sirian Annunaki they're the bosses apparently because they run shit. So they said no. But at one time the Atlanteans and the Templar Anu, they like showed up with numbers and they were kind of flexing on the Egyptians that were left to run the pyramids. Well, the Sirian Annunaki weren't having this. So they show up with 10 times the numbers from the skies. And they fly down to the Giza pyramids. And they basically say, you want to do a round two? And the Atlanteans go, no, we're good. We'll back off. And they back off. And that's basically where that stopped. All right? So I'm hoping that if shit gets too weird out here, same thing takes place. I don't think that the powers that be realize what they're fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Good always defeats evil. It's every folklore and history. I mean, good is always more powerful, you know, at the end of the day. So, unity, right? Good, unity, love, light, powerful, not hate, jealousy, envy, evil. They don't even like each other. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're fighting for the same thing, the evil factions hate each other, you know? Hate does not equal power. Maybe against the simple-minded, you know, that let money rule, but money's nice. You gotta have it. I get it, but you also gotta be smart. Take the first deal, you know, that we should have laid down the nukes and just took the tech, you know. Guarantee by now we would have anti-nuclear tech. Shut them down midair. Force fields that you could put literally around our entire landmass that nukes wouldn't stand a chance against, you know, shit like that. That they probably have. Just a hunch, just thinking fantastically, I guess. Possibilities. But that's what I'm hoping takes place if anything gets too crazy out here. Throughout history, though, they've let it go a long ways, y'all. They've let it go a long ways. But I think that if good human, good civilian type people are going to get completely oppressed and enslaved, something's going to stop it. So, to that note, it's said, and I read this in like ancient texts, I don't remember exactly where, but it said at the final battle of good and evil on planet Earth, it said that all the good beings and all the evil beings, because supposedly in certain subterranean pockets, they're dedicated to evil. This half, good, right? A plethora of different beings live down there. From reptilians to elongated skulls to Mayans, ancient human civilizations that look like us probably, giants, Bigfoot, you name it, mermaids, dragons, like this is just folk, you know, but this is what they say are all these different species living in the subterranean pockets. It's said that when good finally defeats evil on Earth, there's going to be a great battle waged, and every being from both sides is going to take part. They're all going to emerge from hollow Earth, and the good will finally, once and for all, stomp out the evil, and Earth will live in harmony. That's what they say. So let's cross our fingers it's with our era, right? Hey, I'll be freaked out for a second, but dude, I'll go to battle with some freaking creepy, like crazy looking ass beings. Let's get it. Hand me a freaking plasma pistol. Let's go. You know, shoot, I might be stunned for a second, but I could get with the program after a little bit. You know, you start seeing some weird shit like dragons and stuff. It might freak you out for a second, but I could get with the program. Let's get it. Give me some flying suit or something, some cloaking tech, like that, like the Valiant Thor from Venus, right? When he showed up here, he supposedly had this suit that was blue, but it conformed to his body. He could cloak, and they actually had some fun with it and ran some tests on it. The government did. And this is back in the Eisenhower era, 50s, late 50s, mid to late 50s. This alien being showed up, this Valiant Thor from Venus. He was Venetian, same planet that they say Tesla's coming from, or came from. So, they actually did some tests on this suit, right? They shot it with every type of caliber. They shot missiles at it. They even shot, I read this, they even shot a tractor beam, laser type technology from the 50s, fam, at it, and nothing could destroy the Venetian suit. So we acquired it. It's said that they've mimicked it. I haven't seen one, but they would never disclose stuff like that. We have time travel already. Okay, we have. Thank you so much. We have time travel. We have saucers that can fly as fast as the speed of light already. We know how to use the stargates already. When I say we, I mean they, because I know we don't. You know, they would never do that. But and much, much more. They say that Gov Tech is at least 200 to 300 years more advanced than ours. That what we know. I know back when the ground penetrating radar was first released. It was first released in the early 70s. Early 70s. Y'all know when they released the idea of ground penetrating radar to the public? 2011. They had it since the 70s. So we don't get disclosure. That's where it all went wrong. And all this whole... I know we have a lot of checks and balances, but where do the civilians have a voice? You know? I just don't see it much anymore. They just put laws in when they want, type stuff. But I don't want to get too much on that. I don't want to get banned or anything. So, I just think almost like everything should be voted on or something. I know it would be hard to do, but, you know, even leaving there, like the Middle East, that should be voted on. You know what I mean? Even if you gotta, you know, hey, what does everybody have? What are we all looking at right now? Our phones, right? If all the population, or the majority at least, have said phones, which they do, should I see homeless people with smartphones, y'all? Why the hell can't there be a voting system on here for everything? At least get our opinion, right? Why not? Even if it doesn't technically count, why not yes or no us? Explain and can we vote? Why not? I think it'd be a smart thing to do. But I don't know if the powers that be are really looking to do that at this moment. So that's basically the story of a lot of the history of our planet that a lot of people don't know. Okay, it could be that it's all fabricated, you know, and none of it's true. But I have this thought when I read stories and I read certain accounts, right, like this, that are so in depth and detail, they connect dots all over the map. You know, I can read and connect dots from earlier in the story when I read certain things later, like, oh shit, that connected to this, that connected to this. I just feel that nobody. So here we go. This is all from the book. This is from the book of Urantia. Basically, anything you learn, anything you see, anything you think, anything you feel. It has to be previously felt by, seen by, experienced by another being on the human plane. Because we're all intertwined on the same energy plane, the same time plane, okay? Anything learned, any behavior has already been experienced and logged as if in a hard drive. You know what I mean? The consciousness hard drive. So every experience you experience gets logged into this hard drive. And it enables others to think it, experience it, come up with it. But if these experiences have not been experienced, which we haven't, there's a lot of tech that hasn't been experienced for as far as humans go, craft, alien entities, you name it. If it hasn't been experienced, it cannot be manifested until it happens. Okay? It cannot be thought, or at least written about or experienced, until eventually somebody experiences it. I know it's kind of a complicated thing, but it's all logged. We're all intertwined. Race, color, don't matter. We're all intertwined. And every experience you have gets logged. Every experience I have gets logged. And it's all just this one big melting pot of experiences, really. You know, feelings, emotions, etc. We are organic robots. Let's just put it that way. We're organic robots that don't quite have full-on access to said brain yet. We are slowly gaining more, though. That brings me to another subject, though. Project Gateway. You can look it up. These are declassified CIA documents. Okay? Project Gateway. Crazy project. I'm going to change my photo real quick to something for you guys. Bah. So a lady leaked this to the internet a couple years back, explaining that she felt that the people should know, okay, what's really out there. She ended up sharing a couple pictures. I think I have both. But she claims that these are all around us all the time, but only certain people can see them, okay? And I want to say the Project Gateway would probably have started in the 80s, maybe late 70s. It's basically a CIA program that was trying to create psychic soldiers, all right? They call it the Gateway Process Experience Experiment, okay? And they basically trained these soldiers, taught them to meditate, taught them to tap into other cortexes of the brain, all right? Because supposedly we are only using, this is what it said, one half side, mostly one half of our brain, and just a small percentage of it, like 10% or something like that. So out of 22 strands of DNA, only two of them are unlocked for us. There's 22 total, imagine. And they say every strand that gets unlocked by extra dimensions, like when we go into 4th, 5th D, etc., and if you open-mindedly embrace it, when these strands, each of them get unlocked, we gain access to something a little more powerful. A little more powerful. Imagine when you get all 22 unlocked, what kind of being you'd be. Shit, you'd probably like the Matrix, like Neo. Be flying and shit, right? Be crazy, though. It's a cool thought. But they said, Sammy is Tammy. What up, girl? Glad to see you here. I didn't even know you were here. Good to see you here, girl. I haven't seen you in a couple days. Wonder what happened to you. Good to see you. So This lady, she would go on family vacations and she would point out what she said were these little fairies, right? You can't see it? You can't see it? Her family's over here going, no, I can't see it. They're fucking like, whoa, you know, thinking she's crazy. Well, she's not. She would explain to them and to the masses that she was part of Project Gateway by the CIA. Okay? They basically teach you the 10%. They want you to unlock the other 10. But on the other side of your other hemisphere of your brain, if you will. Okay? They help you get that unlocked. So you're using regularly both sides. And they know how to do it through meditation. What do they call it? I'm not sure exactly. Hold on here. Let me get another picture up. This one. Nope. This one. Boom. Isn't that cool? Sorry. I was going through my old videos and just snapshotting pictures from my videos to use tonight. But basically, your chakras and stuff, you know, your pineal or your pineal, some people call it pineal gland, your third eye, which is probably calcified right now. I know mine is. I haven't done much meditating. I should. I talk about it a lot. I don't do it. I probably should. Probably help. But they basically teach you how to tap into this. And when they teach you this, it's like you get HD vision, like high def 4K all the time. Not only that, you get access to seeing things like fairies, little people, duendes, stuff that on average the everyday person misses all the time. Okay? I guarantee you that at some time or another, most of us have been in the presence of these said beings or entities. Okay? Little side note, all the fires that are going on out here, thank you, hon. Hey, I'm still planning on sending you some logo makeups. I just can't send you pictures on TikTok. So I need either you add me on Instagram or probably Instagram. Just saying. That was just a little side note with her. Thank you. The fairies, side note, boom. All the fires that are going on right now, all the fires that have been happening every summer for the last 10 years, they're attacking the fairies. They're trying to burn them out because they know they're good. That's what I've heard. That's just a little rumor going around that they're killing the fairies. That's what they're going. That's what their goal is by starting these fires. Kind of funny how Australia is one of the strictest mandated places, and they had that huge fire last year. Remember that? Killed off a lot of the roos and a lot of the animals. Fairies. So once you gain access to this, like I said, you get remote viewing ability, which I've had remote viewers hitting me up on TikTok lately, y'all. So I believe they're real. They said that they have little battles with the government in remote viewing world, right? Crazy shit. But they'll go out and they'll try to remote view a place that, like Antarctica or the underground tunnels. But supposedly Gov has a counterattack where they can stop your remote view, but not only do that, wipe your memory for a short period of time. So you'll come out of it all tired and dumbfounded. Might be true. Seems legit. You know, there's a lot of weird forces out there. Pat Price, on another note, Patrick Price, he was one of the most renowned remote viewers in history. He was the best. He was a ex-police officer, surprisingly enough, from Cali. When he got recruited, I want to say It was during the Cold War. I know it was. He got recruited. Look it up. Pat Price got recruited as a remote viewer during the Cold War to spy on Russian nukes. Now, remote viewers, y'all, what they can do is, through closing their eyes in meditation, and when given a, say, destination point or a point of reference, they can close their eyes and they can literally, I want to say it's almost similar to astral travel, but not quite full on spirit leaving body. Because maybe I'd have to look a little bit of that up. But either way, they're basically, it must be astral travel, but I just don't know if I think that they're, some of their spirit or something, I don't know, maybe left in body. Or they're just in a stasis, that could be too. And then they get back and draw pictures. Okay? So they can travel all over the world, anywhere and at any time. Just like that. I mean, they're fast. They, it's said, can even travel to possibly other planets. Strong remote viewers now. Strong remote viewers. Look up remote viewers. This shit's declassified. Look it up. If the CIA says it's true, it's freaking true, damn it. I'm telling you. They might fabricate a little bit of it and like, they probably make it less crazy, if anything. They always say, truth is stranger than fiction. Don't forget it. Truth is stranger than fiction. But they use him to travel over to Russia. And this is his first test. Thank you, Royale. Appreciate you, for real. This is his first test. The CIA brings him in a room and says, hey, we want you to go here. And it's a Russian nuclear base, and he goes. When he gets back, they say, what did you see? He draws a picture of it runs on train tracks, but it's just this little like scaffold that they hang the nukes in, and they just push it down the tracks. That's what he saw. The military already had a picture, or the CIA officer was sitting across the table, already had said picture flipped over. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you, girl. Always coming with those cool gifts too. I love those. They're cool as hell. He was sitting across the table with a picture flipped over of exactly what Pat Price drew. Pat Price drew it, handed it to him. He looked at the picture, looks at his colleague. Dude's legit. And then he flops him on the table. Pat Price is like, cha-ching. So he starts remote viewing for him, and regularly. It actually, unfortunately, turns out in a negative way, of course, right? Use you, then dispose you. So during one of his remote views, right? During one of his remote views, they call them indicators. Now, when a remote viewer is on a mission, once in a while, they can get what is called a distractor. Excuse me, I said indicator. A distractor. Said distractor will pull them off of their mission because it's more important than their mission. Like something they absolutely need to see, right? Said distractor pulls him off the mission to Russia, and now he's beelining to Alaska. Okay? Mount Hayes, to be exact. He's beelining to Mount Hayes, Alaska. He's obviously kind of dumbfounded, going, what in the world is going on here? As he's floating through. And finally, he reaches a large set of steel doors that creak open. Okay? He obviously goes in, and what he sees, amazing. Okay? He sees humans, which are government officials, and aliens that look like humans but have a little different features. Their internals are different. Their language is different. Okay? But they can translate to each other and still communicate. And Their cranium's a little bit different, not much, just maybe a little more, but not oblonged. I'm not saying that, just different. And their features were slightly different, but they looked pretty much just like us. I'm guessing Venetian. That's my guess. Venetian, right? Thor, Valiant Thor's people. Thank you, Sammy Lee. You help with your names sometimes, I tell you. I'm thinking Venetian, okay? From Venus, in other words. He's flying around and he's watching them, and they got cameras looking all over the world. This is during the Cold War. So the Venetians show up, and he also sees this. This is one thing crazy that he sees. He watches a little video. The Russians actually did shoot a nuke at us during the Cold War. These motherfuckers shut it down. Thank you. Midair. From Mount Hayes. So the Venetians obviously supplied us with said tech, and we were able to shut them down midair. They literally would shut down and drop. Pew, deader than a doornail. Never to be blown up again. Good stuff. And they did all this monitoring from Mount Hayes, Alaska, right? But eventually, one of the aliens picks up on his remote view and cuts it off. So he beams back, basically, to where his body is. He discloses all the information he probably shouldn't have. Okay. He continued to do more and more missions afterwards. He was their best remote viewer. But eventually he started to grow really friggin' paranoid to his friends and family. Like, so paranoid that they almost didn't recognize him anymore. He said he was swearing that they were following him and that maybe they were gonna do something as far as take his life. So he gathered all of his files, right? All the information on he kept logs of everything he had done throughout the entirety of his tenure with the military. And he had it in a folder. Well, I want to say around New York at this time. Hops on a plane. Well, first of all, he calls up his buddy, one of his so-called friends. I believe he's the one that doubled back and he was the double agent and screwed him in the end. That's just a theory. I don't know for a fact, but I believe this guy screwed him in the end. He called him up, said, "Hey, I need you to take my folder and keep it safe because I feel like something's going to happen to me. If something does, give it to my family, let them know, and tell them to turn it into the proper authorities, I guess." Okay. He goes to Vegas, meets up with his buddy, hands off the folder. Big mistake. His buddy stays in the hotel. "I'll secure it, don't worry." He leaves. He thinks, "Oh, I'm good." Well, he is checking into his hotel that night, right? When somebody walks up to him and bumps into him really hard. But in the process, he feels a poke. Fuck. The fuck? Guys, sorry. Just keeps right on walking. That night, he would go to dinner with another group of friends, explain everything, what's going on. Well, at dinner, he's breaking out into this cold sweat. He looks really ill, and he feels sick, so he leaves dinner, goes back to his room. That next morning, they find him dead. He dies of apparent heart attack. Some believe he was injected. Some believe that they had a gun. So there's a said gun that this new tech, this crazy tech, that government has. It's supposedly a blaster pistol that you can actually put on somebody and it'll send a pulse through them and it'll jar your heart, but it won't kill you on the spot. Somewhat, for some reason, it jars it into a weird rhythm or something, and eventually you die from the womb. That's what they say. Now others think he was just injected. Who knows? Maybe he wasn't either, right? There's always that possibility too. Really. Yeah, right. But anyway, he knew too much. Chopped him. But still one of the most renowned remote viewers in history. Wanted to be something great. Still was something great. Life ended too short. But that was probably more like maybe not necessarily. I'm not saying it was U.S. Gov. It was probably more like CIA. I don't know. But everything I say is subject to scrutiny, by the way. May or may not be true. All right? But you can find those declassified documents right online. There's a lot more declassified than people think. Like Project Gateway, declassified. Project Stargate, paperclip. Project or Operation. I don't know if Operation High Jump's ever been declassified. I'm gonna say no. I don't think that's ever been declassified. I think that was leaked. I actually have a original leaked document from that. It's by the KGB. Go figure. They actually stumbled upon the document while going through some mission, and somehow they run into a file cabinet full of U.S. files. Start taking. KGB knows some shit. And they still exist too. So, some good stories, right? I like them. The Alaska one's pretty wild, Mount Hayes, Alaska. And I just put that Venetians thing together. At first I had no clue. I guarantee it was the Venetians though, after the Valiant Thor story. Guaranteed. Yeah, so those are some of my stories. I appreciate you guys. It was a good distraction. What time is it? 1:21. Not too bad. So let me read some comments for a little while. How you guys doing? Iraqi oil, huh? For what? Nome, Alaska. Alaska has some good folklore. Alaska has some good folklore. What's up, bipolar puppy? How are you? Do a front flip. I can do a back flip. Off a little bit of an elevation. I'm not saying I can do a backflip like right on the ground, but you know, peak like that, probably still got it. I actually do have a couple. I did the Qualipolloc. There's a lot of missing persons in Alaska. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I really enjoy this. I appreciate the fact that you guys waited around for me too. I know I was extra late, but had some stuff going on, so had to take care of it. And I knew that tonight I wasn't going to let anything ruin my life, because you guys are a silver lining and keep my mind in positive places, not negative ones. So that's what it is. My dog, my mother and I had to take him to Saginaw tonight, and yep, put him down. Cheers, brother. She says, don't worry, I'll be the negative in here. I like you, bipolar. You all right. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was tough. It was definitely tough. But we'll get through it. You know, it's funny you say that, because I was going to do the Crystal Skulls tonight. Yeah, it sucks, man. Peace out, Jordan. Good chilling. Yeah, man. Damn. So you know what's... Yeah. Ugh. It happens, you know, but man, he had such a good run. It just hurts. I went up to the house to get him. Forgot. Went back to my camper. Get a call from the neighbor. Usually I'm on it, you know, and it's just... I wasn't. Peace out. Peace out. So, the crystal skulls. Yeah, dude, Marley was 13. Peace out, bro. Marley was 13. Yeah, for sure. He had a good run, man. 13's quite old, you know, and he lived free with me, man. I let him do a lot, and he did good, so... It sucks. I felt like I could have probably easily got another 4 or 5 years out of him. Yeah, dude. Yep, he was my... no, Bob Marley. My sister named him after Bob Marley before the movie Marley and Me. She was actually upset when Marley and Me came out, because then everybody thought it was Marley and Me. No, Bob Marley. Yep. He's my buddy. But now Sarah gets to enjoy him, so that's cool. I can't either, dude. No. Can't do dogs dying movies and shit like that. Nope. Could possibly talk about Bob Marley's assassination. Have you guys heard the song I Shot the Sheriff? I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. That's actually based on true events. You know that. During the Revolution, Bob Marley was writing a song in the studio, and a sheriff breaks in and opens fire on him, and he had a revolver, pulls it out, bop, shoots him back. Got away with it, too. Got away with it. Exome. Oh, sure. Okay. He says, I feel they come visit us. I was like, Zome, the X. And he says, I feel my Bina's nose on the back of my legs sometimes. Yeah, good. I'm glad. Good song. And you guys do a little of your own fact checking too. Little of your own research on some of this stuff. You know, I decipher it how I do. But can't say I'm proud. I'm, you know, always right. You know what I mean? So, oh, the canal's underwater. You weren't here for that live, huh, bro? I guess I could touch on some of that. The canals, right? So, I try to. My mom's a good sport, right? I was showing her some of this stuff earlier, trying to show her what I had found, you know. But she just don't vibe with the Middle Earth stuff. But she acts interested, right? She's a good sport. She don't treat me like I'm crazy like some do, you know. This was crazy though, and I don't know why I haven't yet. I'm gonna do a Google Earth video on TikTok for this one. That's somewhere crazy. You guys see it? The dragon. Doesn't it just look just like Aragon from that movie? Looks just like Aragon, the dragon, with the little like facial features, the spikes and all that shit. You can see his eye vivid as hell, right there. That was cool. But anyway, you got to meditate, I guess, to see the fairies. And a lot of meditation. And you got to be able to tap into the other half or cortex of your brain. Shit. I went too far. Hold on. Boom. Yeah, the canals on the surf or the ocean floor. The canals. Let's see here. Let me find it here. Side note, can't help it. You guys see that round piece? You guys see that, bro? I just saw that the other day. And then said face, angry idol. Angry idol. That's a crazy fucking anomaly. I found that on the ocean floor the other day. Anyway, I don't like hanging on those too long. I feel like I'm making myself vulnerable by doing so. So, we're going to keep it G-rated, TikTok, I promise. Canals only. I'm not going to show them anything else. Promise. They will have to search for themselves. Okay. This is a pretty vivid one. Bow. Right here. So, you see the set angle. And it's weird, dude, because with Google Earth, sometimes on ocean floor, concave anomalies won't look like they go down or in. You know what I mean? They'll look like they protrude out when in fact they don't. I've seen it a number of times. For some reason, it's only on Google Earth and it's only on the ocean floor. But to that note, what that could be is just canals full of silt from the bottom of the ocean floor or muck or clay over years and years of movement. I know it's supposedly really calm on the ocean floor. Cold and calm. There's no current whatsoever, supposedly. Very rarely disturbed. So actually, you may not think it would, but the ocean floor, as long as it's pretty deep, it has to be pretty deep, preserves things very well. Preserves things very well. So, yes, anyway, why I think they're canals, right? Just look at the design, okay? Look at how perfectly straight they are, for one. Look at the angles it takes. They're perfect. You got a 90 here in the bottom right corner. Then it opens up to like a 125-ish. And then a 90 again. Well, if it was a road, let me just put it this way. If it was a road, why would they go there? You know what I mean? If it was a road getting to a destination, they'd run a main drag straight up and then run grid style drags to said city or whatever the heck's over there. It looks like a pyramid, but could be anything. But why they did this is because they wanted the canals to run through every civilization possible, you know? And if you measure these on Google Earth, you guys, they're a lot bigger than they look. People constantly tell me they're cables. There is not freaking cables 4 miles wide, okay? Stop it. Just stop. Thank you, Sammy. Appreciate you. And thank you, other donator as well. One of my people that watch my lives, his name is Luke B. He actually sent me Luke B. He actually sent me a picture on my Instagram, right, of a gap that he found in the canals 11 miles wide. Imagine that, 11 miles wide. Now, that's a fucking hell of a river, y'all. Think about that. That's a lot of water. A lot of water. Now, you're talking a civilization that has a lot of people and probably big people, giants. Had to have been. Humans wouldn't build 11-mile wide canals. They just wouldn't. They'd have to be giants. It'd have to be giants. So, the giants were building them. And why they built canals? And why were there ever canals on the bottom of the ocean floor? Haven't the oceans been around millions and billions of years and stuff? There supposedly isn't a life without oceans, right? Wrong, for one. But two is they were after the oceans, okay? But pre-Great Flood. The waters weren't quite as deep. But if you go back and you look at Scripture, Isaiah, I said it earlier. God says, I'll read it word for word real quick. I got it in my email. But there's multiple. When you look up oceans drying up Bible verses. Okay? Google or DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is the best, guys. Don't forget it. DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Oceans drying up. Because it has to be specific. It's hard to find. You can't say, that's how I found it. I typed in oceans drying up Bible verses. And it'll come up with a plethora of Bible verses. Okay? But the one that struck me, and those of you that watch my lives know, I love Google Earth, and I find idols all day long. And you guys will verify it for me. I find idols all day long. Okay? You just gotta know. I know they say pareidolia, meaning humans have a tendency to see faces in objects. And that may be true. But after a while, you see so many, they're not freaking imagination. All right? Trust me. Go to Antarctica. Take a look. Look at all the mountains around. Mountain passes. All of them. Just look at them for a while. After a while, the faces, they aren't imagination. Trust. Just look at them. Okay? But I got an email here. Hold up. Ah, shit. I think No, I didn't change it. I got the link right here. I just do the link now. 5th level of learning. Okay. I get so many fucking emails in this email. Sent by me. Bible knowing right here. Let's see. Bye-bye. Our water's drying up too works. Ocean's drying up, water's drying up. Okay? So, Isaiah 19:5. The waters from the sea will dry up, and the rivers will also be parched and dry. Moreover, I will make this is Ezekiel 30:12. Moreover, I will make the Nile canals dry and sell the land into the hands of evil men. And I will make the land desolate and all that is in it. By the hand of strangers, I, the Lord, have spoken. Just a couple. This is the one that resonated with me the most because I find all those idols. This is Jeremiah 50:38. A drought on her waters, and they will all be dried up. For it is a land of idols, and the people are mad over these fearsome idols. Meaning they're mad, meaning they're crazed about building these fearsome idols. Okay? Always fearsome. So, what were we talking about earlier? Right? The wars. All these great wars going on Earth at the time. So, after a while, there is an ultimate source energy, ultimate creator, okay? He gets tired of it, no matter who's good and who's bad. Why the fuck do you keep fighting, right? Well, I have a funny feeling that those moons that blew up maybe coulda got a little direction, if you will. He got sick of the fighting. After a while, you know, it took out a vast majority of them, but some of them made it, as it always takes place like that. Any cataclysms, it seems like there's some that make it, whoever's inhabiting Earth at this time. Okay? So, yeah, messed up. But he took them out, dried the lands, okay? So, after that, those large cataclysms and the oceans became dry, the people once again came back, the ones that left, and then the ones that some emerged from under the subterranean pockets. Okay, so you'd have, so basically when these asteroids hit all over the Earth, like look at the Hudson Bay in America, North America, Canada. The Hudson Bay is an impact crater. The Saginaw Bay in Michigan, the thumb right here, impact crater. You can look all over the Earth, all over, and find impact crater after impact crater after impact crater, okay? They come, a lot of them, I feel, at the same time from Mars's moons when they blew up. It easily could dry up the waters. You're talking 1,000 nukes at once. Boom! Hitting. And the oceans aren't as deep at this time. Maybe let's say they're, I'm guessing, you know, the Great Flood was the greatest flood in history. So I'm going to say, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Go look at go look at Google Earth, and you know how when I'm showing you the Google Earth, you got the land, and then you got the lighter land, and then the shelf that drops to the ocean. I'm going to say that the lighter land back then was exposed. Okay? And the oceans were what was the rest. The lighter land on Google Earth was exposed. It was actual landmass, livable landmass. When this took place and the oceans dried up. Okay? That's how shallow. So maybe half, I don't know, third. Does that make sense, Sammy? I think it makes sense. I don't know. Just speculation, I guess. You never really know. But something happened, right? Thank you. Appreciate that, Duke Dog. Appreciate you too, Sammy. One of my best donators right there. She's my girl. So, the lighter land, I feel at one time was exposed, and then the oceans were the rest, okay? The cataclysms took place. I think her record's crazy. Like what? Close to 700 roses you've donated me before? 700. That's her record. I think that's the record, to be honest. Just saying, I think that's the record. So all these freaking meteors are just smoking Earth left and right, all over the place, right? You got like 1,000 nukes going off at once, but boom, it literally can evaporate the waters like that. You know what I mean? It'll not only will it displace them, but the heat, all the radiation, everything going on, dissipate them. They evaporate, right? Rise up to the atmosphere, then they come back down in the form of rain. But by this time, it's nuclear rain, and the sun becomes blotted out. So it gets really freaking cold. Ice Age, okay? But the only place that ice accumulates, the poles. For some reason, any nuclear, just look at Mars. You guys rock. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Any planet ravaged by nukes, go look at Mars. The poles still have water. The poles still have ice. Why? I don't know. That's hard to explain. Why does ice accumulate there? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that one. Why is it when everything else becomes dry and desolate? So that proves that my theory anyway could be correct. Look at her go. I love it. It proves that my theory could be correct. Mars does. Okay? I love the shades too. Thank you so much, you guys. It means a lot to me. You guys are awesome, for real. For real. But Mars proves my theory could be correct. Okay? Because what does Mars lack? Water. What's happened on Mars? Nuclear fallout. Red planet. No clean water. But looks like to me they found recently ice caps on each of the poles. Weird. Maybe hollow earth thing going on? Possibly. Kind of like Antarctica, North Pole. She's still going. Love it. She's the trendsetter on the donations always. I've been missing her. Her and Tattoo Bill. I'd say Tattoo Bill did give me $100 in my Cash App the other day, which that was really cool of him. But they're close as far as donations go. I keep track. I keep a mental note of it all. You know, I like to know who's helping me out and who's not. You know, not who's not, but who's helping me out. I don't keep track of who's not. I don't care who's not. I just appreciate the help. That proves my theory could be correct. That when these asteroids hit Earth and just ravaged Earth, pounded Earth for probably months, possibly, that eventually the oceans could run dry. Rain, fallout, ice age. Miles thick of ice on the ice caps, right? So what are they going to do if they emerge from subterranean pockets? About fresh water. That's the biggest challenge. If every lake's dry, every river's dry, everything is dry, they're going to fucking make canals. They're going to run them up to the poles, and they're going to get water and distribute it all over the earth for everybody. You know? It just makes sense. Somebody emailed me on my TikTok just the other day about this, saying that his family or his buddy or something worked for the military, and they know what they are, and they're not canals. Bet. I don't care. He bullshit. They're canals, I'm telling you. So, I love it. She's still going. The Baltic Sea anomaly. I know you guys know about that. The Baltic Sea anomaly. It looks like a spaceship in the Baltic Sea. Okay? It's, what did they say? I don't know. It's not even 1,000 meters deep, you know, a few hundred meters deep maybe. These divers, right? They are just going on a regular, you know, dive, and they spot this anomaly in the Baltic Sea. I've tried to find it on Google Earth, ain't happening. But they spot it, and I think when they first spotted it, though, they were in a boat, and they spotted it with sonar, okay? And they're like, holy shit, what is that? Let's dive and check it out. But as they're passing over it, their equipment scrambles. They're getting frequencies, right? Holy shit, fucking thing, what could it possibly be? So they dive, and as they get closer to said anomaly, their equipment starts to malfunction. They can't record their anything electronic, period. Their watches, all of it. Hey, look at that, Nate Jeske coming into the battle, bro. Let's go. I love it. I love watching the battles. It's awesome. You guys rock. So I've actually just saw this the other day, that there's this new stream going on where look at Duke Dogs in the battle too. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. You guys are awesome. I love it. It's funny, Duke Dog, because my dog's name is Duke, my other dog. So I like it. You guys are awesome. I love it. I love it. So when they're diving down there, and I just watched this on YouTube, okay? Really sorry, the side note. So have you guys seen the new lifestyles where two creators get in a live, and like you guys that like watch my lives would be in said live, and people that watch their lives would be on their side, and they got a like meter at the top, and it whoever gets more likes and donations wins the round, and there's like so many rounds, and whoever wins the most rounds, like, I don't know, maybe gets money or a prize or something. That would be, I think it'd be fun. It'd be interesting. I couldn't help but stop and watch one the other day. Actually, it was yesterday. I couldn't help but stop and watch one. Look at that, 524. But Sammy, you're like you got to be close to that 1,000 total. Trust me, I've taken that in consideration because she reset a couple times. So I appreciate you though, Nate. Thank you, dude. I love it. Appreciate you. So I think that'd be fun to try. Anyway, so the oceans are dry. Everything's fucking dry. Everything's dry. So they run canals, right? I got more pictures real quick. And I didn't get a hell of a lot of likes on this video. I did okay. I'll take it, you know. But I was surprised to see the number of views I got in relation to the likes. Because usually you got to achieve at least a 10% like to view ratio to continue to get pushed towards the For You page. But I heard that at the end of the day, watch time trumps all. Watch time trumps it all. So if you can get that watch time, and just a little creator advice to maybe some fellow creators out here. If you have a 1-minute video, if you want to get pushed to the For You page, you got to have at least 30 seconds on average of watch time. 30 plus. If you could get into that 35 range, you're golden. If you have a 30-second video, you have to get at least 75% watch time. Okay? If you have a 15-second video, that jumps up to 100% watch time, and actually 100+% is the best. Okay? Anything less than that, yeah, you got to get like double 200% watch time. Okay, hold up. I'm probably screwing up my donations by doing this, ain't I? No, I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. It actually, dude, it really does. It means a lot to me. Especially tonight. Everything going on. You guys are the best, man. I got the best freaking live fans ever, dude. I'd put them up against anybody in the like contest. So, right here. Wow. These are at the North Pole, y'all. These right here, 964. She's still going. You're awesome, girl. Make sure you message me on Instagram so I can get you some of them logos. Give you some ideas. Because I do want, I told you guys I was actually asking somebody to possibly draw up a logo for me. Nate, you're the man too. Thank you. I love it. Like a not NG, not the NG, not the alien, but like Osiris, you know, have you seen that logo? Nixon Watch logo, Volcom logo, just a single logo like that. I could plant in the middle of the hat that looks tight, and it could trend. I'm looking for something that could trend. You know what I'm saying? Something that just looks cool and is in style, but it's like subtle yet sexy, discreet, pimping. You know? Okay. Damn, new record. Hey, I'm gonna let you know at the end of this live how you do. I'm gonna send you your numbers, girl. I think this is definitely by far got anything I've seen beat. So, thank you so much. You must be like high end. You must be like a high end waitress. You get them good tips or something. You waitressing at a restaurant or like office girl or something like that. Just curious. You get it, girl. I love it. I love it. So behind me, that's what it was. Behind me, you see the trenches. See the trenches? Right here, and then there's one right here as well. Those go up to the North Pole, and them start the entire trend of canals. They run to the Azores Islands. down by, it's off of Portugal. Okay? I just heard something outside. I know I did. Let me get the strap. You know what I'm saying? Hold up here. So the Azores Islands. I definitely just heard something outside. Beef is when you murder motherfuckers on the beat. Kill them all, now what's beef? Oh shit, hold up. I'm gonna have to go back to my, I want to show you guys the Azores Islands real quick, and then show you the pipelines that I found, the network. Okay, Azores, boom. This all started with these islands for me. My entire Google Earth obsession started right here. And it was with hold up. I don't know why I'm going in and out. Right there. That pyramid. That pyramid was found and noted and recorded by a man that was on a yacht fishing with a fishing radar. He picked it up, thought it looked triangular, reported it, and eventually dove it, discovered a pyramid down here, bigger than the Giza pyramids. Bigger than the Giza pyramid. Okay? So I thought to myself, she ain't stopping. I love it. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. My thought was, well, where there's one, there's got to be more, right? Common sense. They always do pyramids in threes, just so you guys know. For some reason, pyramids, they're always done in groups of three. Most of the time. 99%. Look behind it. 1, 2. Blow. 3. 3 pyramids. Right in a row. Okay? Then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of nose around there a little bit. Find these pyramids? What the hell? There's gotta be some other shit, don't there? And I found Blase. This nearby. A set of pipelines. You see the big it'd be like a water wheel, probably, that would turn, that would power things, kind of like old school hydroelectric power back in the day. They'd fill the water and they'd turn the wheel, and right there. And these pipelines distributed it to other canals, and the canals were built at a grade, so they didn't even have to have water pressure behind them. They did, of course, just natural, gravity fed. Everything was gravity fed, and they built them at a grade. So water always runs, even if something's level. It can't be back graded, but if it's perfectly flush, even just a little back graded, it'll always push forward. Gravity, okay? I know this because I laid pipe. Ideally, you want to do a grade, though. Imagine the task at these people's hands. I thought about that the other day. Imagine the task at these people's hands. Could you imagine what they had to build? I don't think we get it. You know? Like, these people had to build these canals. And thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you. These people built these canals through mountaintops, hills, valleys. I mean, you name it. They built these canals through them. Like, and somehow they ran. And I imagine what they did was run for a few thousand years. Okay? I'm thinking around, so they date the story that I told you earlier about the Great Wars and all that stuff, pre-flood, right? They date it back to 10,000 to 15,000 BC. I think it's older. By a little bit, at least. I'm thinking more like 50 to 100,000 BC. Possibly. Could be wrong, but possibly. So, this civilization spanned for quite a while, I'm thinking. The text says a couple thousand years. Text, I think you're wrong. I think that they were pre 10 to 15,000 BC. Possibly more like 100,000 BC, you know, to in that range. Easily, I'd say. So, they ran all these, and people, you know, this one actually might get me watched. I thought about that. This one might get me watched. The idols might too. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I mean, do I want to be watched? No. I just think what I'm doing is pretty cool and innocent, and just trying to spread the wealth, you know, and trying to just make people, I'm trying to just make people think, man. I'm really just, I am seeking slight truth, you know. I don't know. People like it. You guys react to it. I mean, I think at our hearts, all of us are wanting to know what's up, what's really up. Some people don't. Some people don't. I'll say that. Some people don't. Some people would rather just stick into the matrix and stay in the third dimension, which that's fine too. If that's what you want. I don't judge. But check this out. I'm talking about my threes, my pyramids of threes, right? Look at his crown. 1, 2, 3. Like clockwork. And this is right above the pipes. I didn't even shout this out in my original post, but a lot of people noticed him, the bearded man. I noticed him too. He looks Mongolian, maybe. Hard to say though. I mean, Gov's had to explore these, right? I would. If I had the power, dude, could you imagine? Dude, I'd be like, hey, first of all, Google, get all this editing shit off. I want to see the real thing now. And I'd be marking shit on maps, and I'd be going and finding the shit. Because you guys got to think about this, right? Think about all these, if all these are pyramids, right? Think about it. How much fucking treasure is still hidden in them pyramids, y'all? How much gold is still hidden in them pyramids, fam? All over. That we haven't even began to find. I mean, treasures to be found. Crazy stuff. Can't even imagine. Be fucking cool as shit. I'd give anything. Be awesome. And it'd be a lot. You'd be a rich son of a gun after you're done. If you could find an entrance or get into it. But there would be a lot of them that were probably broken open from the top. Had holes or, you know, fell apart. I mean, there's definitely going to be some, just as there's going to be some treasures you can't access, there's going to be just as quite a few of them that you can easy access too. You're just going down there with a sub and swooping them up. Yeah, pyramids in the Bermuda Triangle. Dude. It's a good point, Yogi. It's a good point. But what, so on that note, really what good is it doing down there? Don't you think it'd be better off on display and shared with the world what they were doing? And I mean, why else did they build the pyramids, right? And do all the hieroglyphs and all of that? Because they were trying to share their legacies, what I'm thinking. But maybe they were trying to preserve it too, as far as their treasure. They didn't want nobody to get it. I don't know. I don't think so. But you're welcome, Marvin. I appreciate it. All my knowledge come from. Holy crap, dude. I don't even, dude, it's so hard to explain. I don't know, dude. Fuck. I just start going and then don't stop. And it's like it sticks, dude. I don't know. Studying, yeah, I guess. I got like really good at studying in college. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'll tell you a little bit about my college experience, all right? I was an all-A student in high school and got in college and I started partying. I still played ball. 3 out of the 4 years I went there. Should have played 4, didn't. Opted out of my junior year. I was partying. And, I started a couple, I started all my sophomore year, rotated at running back. It wasn't crazy ball, just D3. But it was still, I was playing with a lot of D2 athletes and stuff like that. Had a couple 100-yard games and stuff. It was fun. But freshman, sophomore year killed it, and then slowly started the decline, I don't think I went to class my senior year. I showed up for exams, and I'd study and just pull all-nighters the night before. And farewell. If the teacher did your grade based on attendance, though, I was probably fucked. But if they were legit and they only did homework and tests, because I'd always do my homework too. I didn't skip assignments. I'd get online, look up the homework, just pretty much teach myself. And then do it. Homework led to tests. Teach myself the information on the tests. I 4-0'd classes doing that. 2-7 some others, 2-0'd some others, just depended on the teacher. But it did teach me, college did teach me how to study, okay, and retain information. I'm okay at it, I found this, and I don't do this with this, though, surprisingly. Just watch a lot of videos, and I think what it is when I make the video, it's kind of replacing this, but how I studied for exams and how I was successful was the important information that I thought I really needed to know for the test. I would literally, as I was reading it, write it too. Write it down. The writing it etches it into your mind. With this, I make the videos. So that, in turn, etches it into my mind. If I just read it and never went back to it, or didn't, say, create anything based on it, I'd never remember it as well. That's just how I am, I guess. I'm not like photographic or nothing. But if I write it or read it and make a video, it sticks with me pretty good. And then these lives, you guys, when I'm fishing for the information and then spewing it out to you guys, that actually helps me double and triple etch it into my mind. So I wish I had a photographic memory. Fun at a party because I know how to spell. Uh-oh, it's getting saucy up in here. No, I think he's saying you're cute. Maybe that's what it is. Doorways carved into mountains around the world. I think, so I read something about a little bit of that the other day. The ones carved into mountains, if they can close, yeah, see, I'm telling you. So they sometimes were used to keep out giants, depending on the doorway. But a lot of times they were used to keep out giants. Not always, though. I think that they were just kind of, truly, I think that these beings that we're talking about, that are making these massive monuments and pyramids and etc., I think they were kind of fucking arrogant. I don't think they were very humble. I think they were arrogant assholes, you'd find out. I think a lot of the monuments they made were snuffing at the gods because they always pointed them to the skies. I think that at times they would make these monuments thinking they were godlike when they were far from it. But, kind of like the Tower of Babel, when mankind tried to build a tower to the heavens. And they were succeeding, supposedly. But God played a trick, and he said, wait a second, you guys ain't there yet. Changing your languages. No longer could communicate. Fights broke out. Tower of Babel perished. God, the higher powers are the powers that be. I call it God. Okay, I don't have a problem with it. I don't go, oh God, I don't diss it, dude. I mean, I understand what it means in the deeper meaning. And I think a lot of the people out here that hate on the Bible and cast it aside and call it a freaking fishtail, that's the problem they have. The man in the sky. If they could look at it at a different angle, like I do, and I wouldn't care if it was just a man in the sky. There's a higher power, y'all. I don't give a shit. There is. Okay? We aren't the set-all, be-all. No fucking chance. Okay? Just telling you. So, that's just facts. But do I believe, like I said earlier, he can be a man in the sky. He can be Jesus. He can be fucking an alien entity. He can be a fucking rock in your backyard if he wants, probably. A blade of grass, too. You know what I mean? Whatever he wants, or this energy wants, it can manifest and be. It's whatever you want. Like, that's basically, if you guys look at every religion all across the world, they all tell the same fucking story. Buddha is just God. Jesus, all that. They're all the same. Buddha, Catholic, Anglo-Saxon, Allah, same thing. All the same concept, just built in different ways by each different society of mankind. But I think that maybe some beings planted this so there would be controversy. We make controversy out of it when it should be, hey, your story sounds a lot like fucking my story. What if they're the same? And we're all believing in the same thing. Wow, what a world it'd be. It's a really weird concept, huh? It's pretty fucking simple, really. But can't seem to get it. It's a way of life, that's right. The natural divine experiences we are consciously aware of is merely just that. Amen. Is he hounding you? That's clearly the case. Be nice, please. Dropped out of school, bro. I got a degree, dog. I got my degree. I got a bachelor's. I didn't say I dropped out. I just didn't go to class. But still got my degree. Dumb redneck, though. I'm a dumb redneck. With lots of followers. Thank you, Colombia. Colombia. Hey, damn right. We the gun told us, don't forget it. Kind of does, doesn't it? Gets it out the mud, baby. Let's go. No, I have not. I would love to go to the Smithsonian, though. I would love to go. I wish that, you guys, I don't know that I'm right, okay? I just tell you guys what I feel and what I get out of this stuff. Everybody has a different objective, different viewpoint at the end of the day. But what we need to do is learn. And still, I have not even, I haven't blocked that guy yet. I'll guarantee you, by the end of the live, I'll win him over. He probably just, this overload of information. I'm not asking you to believe it, bro. I'm just telling you a story, and if you want to believe it, you can. If you don't, that's fine too. But what we need to do, okay, is no matter what Quit thinking we're always fucking right and hear somebody else out. Because you know what? That's one of the things I've started doing. I've never always been one of those people that always think I'm right, by the way. Not that guy. Never been that guy. I like to always keep an open mind and give people a chance no matter what they say. At the end of the day, if you do this, if you keep this open mind, and keep a positive attitude and not just scowl at different viewpoints than yours, I guarantee you, your views will change, your knowledge will grow, and you will learn all the different myriads of stuff that's just out there. You'll be able to pick out what's true and what's not. Really easy. All of it. You know, it's not that hard of a thing to do. I think that we just need to start literally just listening to each other a little bit easier. Not, I feel like people nowadays, they want to challenge all the time. No, I'm right. No, I'm right. Blah, blah, blah. No, we're both right. Let's hear what you got to say and I got to say, and then combine the two, and now you got a fucking story, you know, or a theory, or an idea, objective, whatever. Basically, the open mind thing is the biggest thing. I was talking to my mom about this on the way to Saginaw today. Why is it that today people want to constantly, what do you have? What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? I have. You know, what the fuck? Who cares? You know what I mean? You know, somebody's always going to have more. Somebody's always going to have better. Why don't we just stop swinging fucking sausage all the time? That's all people do anymore, it seems like. Just swing freaking sausage. Like, mine's bigger than your bigger. As a guy, I see it all the fucking time. All the time. That's the measure of a man, what he's got. It's far from it. Just a swinging. I'm telling you. It fucking constantly. You know? And I don't humor it. I don't humor it. I will not, bro. I will fucking straight ass not even reply. And get scowls and not even do whatever. I will. My grandpa Frisbee used to do this. My grandfather used to do the same thing. He hated bullshitters. You know who they are. There's a lot of bullshitters, like just straight liars. You know what I'm saying? Exaggerators, fish storytellers. You know that fucking 6-incher turns into a 34-incher, 36-incher, whatever. He would be talking to people, and I shit you not, this is a true story. If you started talking stupid ass bullshit that he knew was not true, or if it started becoming one of those jealousy, envy, I have more than you matches, mid-conversation, bro, dude would just turn around, fucking walk away. Leave the dude standing there looking dumb, talking to himself. Just turn and walk away. I've took a note on that, because I'll do that. I usually don't do the walk away, but most of the time, I will fucking totally just start ignoring motherfuckers. Like, I can't do it. Yep. I can't do it. My grandpa would just turn and walk away. Mid-conversation. He didn't put up with it. It's just whack. It's whack. So, if you can't have an intellect... Grandpa was an intellect. He's really good at calculus. This is back in the day, too. You know, he grew up early 20s. Like, all the way through, went to World War II. Like, he was ahead of his time in creativity and intelligence. He was from Detroit. But he was in calculus. He was a radio show host. He eventually had his own business building immaculate pools for like Homestead, Traverse City Hotel. There are a lot of hotels in Gaylord that he'd build for. They built for like dealerships that own these mansions and shit. Like, he was well known in Michigan for building pools. Yes. Yeah. What was I getting too? Was I saying some bad stuff? That was probably too much federal stuff. He says, I pity the Fed. Stuck watching me. Ah, you saying CIA. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what you feel, Slim J? I could feel you on that. Hey, I'll go down swinging. I promise you that. More videos of the Giants, huh? God, dude, I'm running out of freaking Giant Tales. I need to come up with some more. Crystal Skulls. This guy keeps hitting on the Crystal Skulls. I'll actually, I can do a quick Crystal Skulls. Just because it's Friday, fuck it. I'll stay on a little longer. Let me see here. But dude, that's what sucks. You know what dude, I can't let this go. That's what sucks. That's what sucks. When somebody does want to fucking change, when somebody does want to speak out and do things and change things and present ideas, I got to be worried about getting fucking killed. Like, damn. I don't think I do, but you know what I'm saying. Or censored or whatever. Is it Saturday? Ah, that's terrible. I lose track of days. Yep. I just wish it wouldn't be like that, man. Well, Kennedy, you know why he got dropped. He wanted to take the power away from the Fed, the Federal Reserve Bank. He was trying to put it in the U.S. Treasury's hands. They weren't having it. The J.P. Morgans of the world. Some people you just don't want to mess with, you know? So, to that note, though, I've asked this before. If there's all this bad side or whatever, supposedly, right? Supposedly. Then where the fuck's the good side, man? Why can't the bad guys that do the dirt think like we have to when we're the good guys? Why can't the bad guys, why shouldn't they be the ones going, oh shit, the good forces are going to snuff us out if we keep this up? You know? Where the fuck are they? Well, dude, we're not doing no snuffing. You know? I've had this conversation before, but it just really bothers me. All this has to take place. I love it, Kiki Doll. You're so philosophical. I like it. I can dig it. Is it 9/11 today, bro? Stop it. Wow. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, because it's, what, after midnight. I really appreciate you guys. Considering the shitty kind of day I had, you guys make it better, so thank you. I appreciate it. And no, you know, I don't, I'll always say if, you know, anything crazy does happen, it wasn't me, you know what I mean? Like, it was not by my hand. So, you know what I'm saying? I like myself, not depressed. So, but I'm thinking, dude, the Great Reset, remember Y2K? Stop. Y2K, bro. I just saw a Y2K reference. That is so funny, bro. Yes, Y2K, dude. Oh, my dog, bro. I had to, put him to sleep. So it was tough. That was such a big deal, bro. Everybody thought everybody thought the computers were gonna reset and the whole world was the grid, man. Everything. The electric was gonna shut off and it was gonna restart the count at 0. Because what? They only had what was it? They only went up to the 19s and they didn't have it set for the 2000s yet. Maybe though, my truth, dude. It's arguable, It's arguable. That's the thing about it. I could be sharing this, and it could be wrong, right? It's another old man. You see it? In the curve of his beard. See the face? Cover the beard. See the face? Right above my middle finger. Another old man. I know. I love what I do, though. I don't want to get, it sucks I have to worry about that. I enjoy it. I mean, I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to be mischievous, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to cause any ruckus or anything like that. I don't want to cause no stirs, but... And that's what fucks me up is, you got Joe Rogan out here, bruh. Joe Rogan. One of the most renowned podcasters in America. Probably the most. He just sold, his Spotify podcast for $200 million. He tells the same stuff. He had Alex Jones on his podcast the other day. He is the most renowned conspiracy theorist in America. Right? For sure. That's why I always do the disclaimer. I feel like that helps, really. You think it does? I feel like the disclaimer helps. She loves it. Sammy's all about them gift challenges. Hey, I am too. I'm not going to argue with that at all. I need to check out... I want to check out that live challenge thing, though. You know what? Where I battle another creator and then my people and their people. They split screen and it's this versus this. And it's tallying up the likes. And it's the meters going, whoa, whoa. It was pretty cool. Dude, that's why I love TikTok. I love TikTok. It's the creativity, man. The creativity. If the guidelines could just be just a little bit looser. But, if they're going to have... So, I do believe that a lot of my fan base is probably under 16. I'm not 100% sure on that. So, it's a catch-22 with that. With my YouTube content, I will say, no, this post is not for children. And I check that, right? Well, I don't have that option here. So they do, and I understand why, but that's why they want to do that, and they don't want to make it 16 and up, because a lot of their dynamic is kids on here. I mean, millions of users on here are kids. And, and I know that. Ours is going to be mostly older. I'm 30. And honestly, it started out as Musically, okay? It started out as little dance videos for kids. And it's turned into the adults version of TikTok, period. But I know when I first started, I had 12, 13. One kid, dude, he was 5. He was 10, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was like, bruh, is your mom with you watching this shit? But 65. There you go. I think that, though, that is changing, though, bro. He says I'm 30. Right? And I know Ali Pro, bro. He's a great kid. He was in all my lives for the longest time. He was young, man. So I took it into account. I always tried to, keep it G. You know what I mean? I'd swear. Kids hear swear words. Swearing, get over it. But other stuff, I try to keep it, within the lines. I'm a respectable person. I try to be. Did you notice that guy, Sammy Pro, or Sammy is Tammy? Did you notice that guy that was talking shit? You're 40, Kiki Doll? Damn, you're a good-looking 40. You have teenage kids? Oh my God, for real? How old are you, Sammy, again? 30? You said? Did you say 30? I always get nervous when it glitches. I always feel like I'm going to get booted. I get scared. Okay. You said oh shit, you said laugh out loud mid 40 or 30? Or which one is it? Because I'm 33. Hey, cool, bro. I appreciate it. I was feeling extra passionate tonight. I'll say that. I love that. That's my favorite subject. I wasn't even planning on talking that shit tonight. Wasn't. I had all kinds of shit written down. It just led to it, and I fucking love that tale. It's my favorite, by far. I love that tale. Yeah, they do. So you are 30, okay. So you said you had teenage kids that actually watch me, huh? That's cool. That's cool. You're a nice mom. I am nice. I try to be nice. There is a dragon inside me, though, that can be awoken. I like to keep him at bay, though. Because with my nice and kindness, it's totally opposite the spectrum. I actually embarrass myself at times. Like, my ex-girlfriends can attest. Like, never that I got mean to them or anything. I have tempers with stupid shit. Simple shit. I mean, I get a temper sometimes with mechanics type shit, I hate fighting. I don't fight in my relationships. I will never check my girl's phone, and I'll never fight with her. Try not to. Unless I suspect things. Yeah, I think so. I think that's all. We all have that inner dragon or inner demon. Yeah, I can, but dude, like, for example, politics and stuff. And it's weird because I learned this from my stepdad, dude. When I was in college and high school, I liked Obama, okay? Or college, anyway. I liked Obama. And my stepdad also did. But my mom's side is inherently Republican, okay? And Dave always taught me, my stepdad, that no matter what side you're on, you gotta keep this open-minded argument with both sides, right? You can't be an arrogant, pig-headed liberal, and you shouldn't be an arrogant, pig-headed Republican. Both parties do their things, and both parties have their positives. Like, hear out everybody. Don't just, be one of them guys. Don't be one of them, Trump said it, it's wrong. Well, he turned into one of those on me with Biden and Trump. He's a Biden guy. And I ended up originally, I will say it here now, I voted for fucking Hillary Clinton. And I would probably 1,000% change that if I could go back. But I voted for our boy this round through, okay, against Biden. I saw right through Biden. But I'm done. Stopping there. I think Biden would have won the 2016 election against Trump if he would have ran instead of Hillary. I would have voted for Biden then. But now I see through all of this, TikTok mainly, a lot of it, I woke. Yeah, exactly, girl. Big time. Fucking, but that's, so I grew up in a household like that, though. And my stepdad's a good guy, but he's being, you know, I mean, dude, still trying to justify, you know, what happened in the Middle East recently. There's no justifying 85 billion in military equipment there. There's just no justifying it. I'm sorry. You're never going to fucking tell me something that's going to make me go, oh, okay, so it's okay he did it. Never. And he'll still try. It's fucking sad. It's like, dude, and just, he wouldn't, like, when I would try and talk to him, like, and try and, like, talk legit politics with him about Trump, bro, he was an asshole about it. And it kind of sucked. I thought we would be one of them people. I just thought when politics came to, even if we disagreed, that we could talk about it. And it became that we couldn't, and I still can't to this day. In fact, I mean, I don't know. It sucks. Sometimes I don't go over there because I don't want to hear it. You know? Last time I was over there, it was war against the unvaccinated and all this shit. I don't even want to hear it. I just wouldn't even argue. I don't want to hear it. Stay friend. Yeah. I mean, I don't even care about taxes. That's nothing to me. I mean, at the end of the day, the man was a patriot, and he ran our country as such. I had pride again. I felt like we were America again. I felt like the Americans, all of America's chest was on swole with him in the office. You know? Now I feel that I'm being deceived. I don't know. See, actually, I have read. What are you talking about there, Sammy? I've read that they do allow people now on Antarctica. But I don't know. Yeah, he did. I agree, but I'm saying Trump. I said, bro, Trump was dropping fucking Predator drones, Predator missiles out of the blue on, you know, war generals. Like, bitch. You know what I mean? The Taliban thing would have never, ever took place under Trump. No way. Just saying. Moab, there you go. What's that stand for, bro? You said Moab? What's that stand for? Antarctica banned places, true or false? And why was it ever banned? I think they did. I don't think the average citizen can just roll up to fucking Antarctica and hop on, you know, and go. But I could be wrong. I know it's a no. I don't think you should be flying over it. Either way, dude, nobody is. Yeah, for sure. Gotta be the entrance to Middle Earth. And, dude, it's more than that. It's a lot of shit. I think there's a lot down there, you guys. I think the ice is thawing like a mother. And it's exposing some shit. Like, some shit. And I think they don't want anything to be... Like, dude, when these fucking idols and these megaliths start being exposed, like, and they start being exposed as the beings that they're representing, people are gonna fucking freak. like freak. They're going to have to convince them that it's not real and it's not true. They will not be able to be honest with it. Like, pretty much every idol I've seen, bro, I've seen cat people. I fucking kid you not. Cat people. You ever remember the cartoon? Thundercats? Reference from somewhere. Thundercats. Cat people. I've seen ant people. I've seen extraterrestrials with big chrome domes. I've seen dragons, serpents, krakens, soldiers with fucking like skull faces, reptilians, draconians, fucking dude, Ant-Man, ant people, I shit you not, ant people. I've seen, I can keep going. Fish head people, bro. Fucking right, fish head people. Planet of the Apes ass looking motherfuckers. Swear to God. Apes that walk on 2 feet. On God. Seen it. Gorillas walking on 2 feet. Seen them. Seen the monuments. I mean, if they're building them to be representative of species that inhabited Earth, which is what I think, whoa, bro. We don't even begin to understand the number of fucking things that have inhabited this planet. That's just speculation. Take it as what you will. I'm not saying it's true, all right? Discretion, blah, blah, blah. You know, most likely it's probably false, okay? But you got to think like this too, on the objective. Maybe they were building folklore, mythology, right? They built mythological idols too. So you could argue that that's what they were doing. Good chance. Oh yeah, Simpsons are time travelers. I can dig it all day. Earth shape holds a key. What's that? I like that. The debate on Earth shape holds the key. True, Bart Simpson's the key? Really? I can dig it. Bart Simpson's the key. What's the Earth shape holds a big key? I'm confused. Oh, flat Earth theory. Okay. Dude, so after I read, thank you, girl, I appreciate it. I forgot about, I had a lull there. I appreciate it. I can't wait to see where I stand here. But so flat Earth theory, okay? When I did my video, and it didn't seem to get hella traction, but the vibe was there. I have a feeling it should have. That doesn't always happen. So when I did the Atlantean conspiracy and the Masonic number of 33, okay? That changed my perspective a little bit on flat Earth. I don't discount it, heavily discount it, okay? Meaning, it could be true. It could be true. But I believe that if it's flat, it is a part of something much, much greater. Maybe a massive singular planet that has a bunch of different Earth cavities on it that are like a cavity within, like a Gaia, like the mother planet. And then on that planet, there's little pockets all over it with all kinds of different species. This is scaled, this is big. It'd have to be much bigger than we think Earth is, you know what I mean? But I see more and more. So what tells me that the number 33 means something, if you go through and look up the Masonic number of 33 and its relevance in, sure, Illuminati, read a couple articles and it'll convince you that there's a reason they worship 33. There's most likely 33 continents. I don't know, but they love 33. Okay, there's a reason. So, doesn't necessarily mean it's flat Earth, right? But it means something. I think the ice wall, probably. Maybe a firmament. I think there was a firmament. Maybe that it got broke open. I don't even know anymore. There's so many theories, y'all. I really don't. I don't know. I want to believe, I know the Bible talks about a firmament a lot. I take the Bible as a serious historical text. I don't think it's the OG Bible. I think that the Catholic the Vatican maybe, or Europe in general, got a hold of it, and then they worked and molded it into this, what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? But they talk about a firmament. Could it be deception? Possibly. But could it be true? Just as possibly. So it's so hard to tell. But one thing I gotta say that I do believe is, after doing the Skull and Bones fraternity, which I should do that one of these times, guys. I got some good stories about the Skull and Bones fraternity of Yale. Pretty cool story. Have any of you guys seen The Skull with Paul Walker? The Skulls. Good movie, based on same thing, Skull and Bones fraternity of Yale. I do gotta say that the Atlantean conspiracy, that's basically the Atlantean conspiracy. I want to say is maybe the ice wall and flat Earth, maybe. And that's another thing I gotta say I see a lot of. I see a lot of that circular design that I showed you guys the other day on Google Earth, in building designs, layouts, etc. I see a lot of that. So that's validating a little. But the way that the Skull and Bones fraternity, I should have done camo on camo. That looks ridiculous, doesn't it? The Skull and Bones fraternity, though, they believed heavily, and they swear on the 33 thing. So I'm gonna say it's a solid confirmed 33. So that means probably, a lot of shit. But flat Earth, God, that's so tough. So what is it? Like, flat Earth is just what? Like this plane of this land mass just floating in the cosmos? Yeah. Oh no, ha, that's so funny. Yeah, I got a cat. Come on, mama. Go ahead. I got you. Still can't believe my little fucking dog, man. Yep, pretty much. Okay. Oh, HARP is definitely real, bro. They've been doing that shit since the 50s. What was I going to talk about earlier? Oh, the Great Reset. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I want to save it, though, I think. I want to save it. The Great Reset, I would like to save. Texas freeze. The quaking of Earth is because of that, too. No, I didn't, bro. I didn't see the message about the Holy Bible. I did not. Look at that with 6K likes, 12.5K. Not bad. Yeah, bro. Dubai, actually, I get tired of like sitting down after a while. Dubai, yeah, they use drones to do it too, right? And then chemtrails, I think. Drones and cloud seeding, or whatever you want to call it. This shirt makes me look chubby. I don't like it. Whoa, what is that, bruh? What was that, y'all? Was that a donation? What was that? Was that a donation? Yeah, she did. Yeah, you got. All right. I haven't seen that one yet. That was cool. That was really cool. I dig it. I dig it, for real. That was cool. They come up with some creative shit. For sure. The Christian god is the North pagan god Loki. Loki is evil, right? Isn't he inherently evil? Maybe a little bit of both. Could bring inches of snow. Stop. So, that's where this comes into play. I've been told that a lot of the Bible was... So the original Bible was written a certain way. Jesus was a different name and everything. Supposedly the next Bible was written by Illuma, and they like fabricated it to make it seem a certain type of way, but really they were trying to be mischievous, and deceiving at the same time. No, Loki has been good at times. You gotta say that. Loki has his moments, doesn't he? Deceptive, deceitful. Justine Rebito. Who's that? Yeah, bro, for real. Hey. Yup, Night God 87 at Proton Mail. Mischievous. Okay. Words 8 spells. Words what? Words 8 spells? You can do spells? Bro, it's funny because I've had a buddy that's been talking about pagan shit lately. Yeah, I don't know. That's not. No, I don't believe that's the Christian. No, I don't think so. Maybe some people think it. Maybe theorize it. Yeah. So words are spelling. Words are spells? Really? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah. Central banks, yup. Norse model of Earth. Let me check it out. Oh, man. There just comes a point where it's time to just get toxic people out of your life, you know? This like leaves you this empty feeling though sometimes. You know what I mean? I think I need a rebound. I think I need a rebound, guys. I need to fucking chill. I need a cool ass chick to kick it with. But not distract me, you know what I mean? I don't want no distractions. It's me time. The come up is now. You know what I'm saying? Come up is now. Ooh, Norse world map, right? Interesting. Interesting. I know, right? Bro, it's like she like somebody said, like that tattoo bill. It's like, it's not the, and it's weird. It's fucking weird. Because I don't see myself really being with her either, you know? I enjoy her company. But as far as longevity and long term goes, not really. But it's like, she's the same boat, doesn't really want me, but doesn't want me to be or have with anybody else. You know? It's fucking weird. And it's like, I've seen so many signs, dude, like, and it's not that she's an evil person or anything, it's just like, fucked up shit happens to me when she's around, man. It's weird. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Bright inside, okay. No, you do. You're making sense. She got a root on me for show. She didn't really seem to act like, I don't know, man. It's like I was just here in my own little world, and she wanted a free fucking, you know, like free tomatoes or something, I guess. Like, they're green. And I try to help her out. But I was just fine TikToking with my dog under my fucking table, dude, when she got here. I've seen so many signs to just let go. My dog was my final fucking straw, dude. Only would happen with her. I mean, it just would only happen with her around, man. It's fucking weird. It's not, I'm not blaming her. It's not her fault. It's not. But it's just weird. Do you ever feel like demons attached to people? Do you feel like that? Do you ever feel like people have dark entities attached to them? Do you ever feel like that? And maybe bad things don't happen to them, but like, yeah. And it makes me think that she's been hanging out with the people that she originally hung out with for a while, that she originally picked up said demons from, so that they're freshly attaching to her. feel like that is the case, dude. I think she was, dude. Like, and for a while, like, I'd try and, it seems like for the longest time, when I would try and start consistently talking and getting on and, like, going live, like she'd make it a point to come stay over here for, like, 4 and 5 fucking days in a row and just pull me from my objective, you know? And it's like the other night, you know, after Marley happened and she knew it, like, and I don't care if she watches my fucking lives. I really don't give a shit. But you would think if she was at all interested once in a while, I'd see her on my fucking shit. Fuck no. And like the other night, I still went live even though Marley happened. You would think that she would want to get on and just, I don't know, see how the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? I just fucking, people are so fucking deceiving and fucking just selfish and just, people are fucking really evil at times, dude. And she's obviously too young. When I first started chilling with her, I thought she was like 26. She's like 22, 23. So she's too young for me. And I understand that, but I don't know. And that's what sucks. I have a hard time with fucking not just giving in, dude, because I'm a soft fucking guy, especially when it comes to women. Like, they just hold, they can easily melt me or my front or my hard layer down. I try to be tough and I'm not with it, you know. And I know that. I appreciate you. Thank you. And it seems like the good guys, though, dude, like, it just goes back to the, you know, the women like bad boys. And, you know, I do my bad boy shit, you know what I mean? But I don't cheat when I'm chilling with a chick. I don't check her fucking phone. I shouldn't have to. I don't expect her to. I'll give up my phone all day. Because I already know what time it is. I'm not the guy that goes in chicks' DMs. I don't fucking do it. I'm not one of those spam clowns that hop in Facebook and message every fucking chick in the book to hopefully get 1 out of 100 to say, yeah, come on over. I don't do that shit. I just never do. I mean, I'm not saying when I say bad boy, like, I mean, I don't break the law and shit, but I do edgy shit, you know, like, yeah, and that's what they do. And that's the same type of guy that she originally left me for last time. Started fucking two-timing and shit. She's definitely immature. She's young, dude. She's in that stage of life. She wasn't like super popular in high school, you know, so she didn't figure out what being a female was and could get her until after almost her 20s. Yeah, she fooling, dog. Don't it suck, dude, when you know they're trifling? You know it, bro. But, like, I'm too fucking lazy to do the recon. Because I guess I give a fuck, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna go fucking... You ain't that to me. I ain't driving around looking for you at... Even, you know, even if I suspect it's somebody I know, one of my friends originally. Because guys be doing that shit these days. There's no loyalty among brothers anymore. So, dudes be trying to fuck your girl all the time. Sorry, that's terrible to say, but it's just how it is. Like dude, it's just sad. It's like I was raised, bro. I didn't even try to go for my boys' ex-girls, dog. Like when they actually dated them significantly, when they were in love with said girl, it was off limits even after they broke up. Unless you gave permission or something. You know what I'm saying? Unless you asked. I'm old school. Sounds dangerous and I'm lazy. Fucking right. Yeah, bro. It's gone. These new kids, bro. It's gone. These new kids don't have none. Zero. Yeah, at all. At all. Yeah, for real. I was just raised with certain types of respect, I guess, and like I don't know, she'd just be shady and just fucking whack. And dude, if you guys saw her, you'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything, but she's just not super on the level, you know? Like, it's just weird. It's just, we've been through a lot and stuff, and it's like during the times when I really fucking like am fucking really like cut, she's absent. You know what I mean? Like when somebody somebody stole my pistol. I got my piece stolen. And conveniently she was there, you know? What the fuck? And lots of rumors surrounding it. I know who did it. But just everything that's fucking the dirtiest of the dirt that happens, it's like she's here, dude. Yeah, but then it's like, God forbid God forbid you get them to fucking ever fess up to a fucking thing. They're one of that. She's one of them too. Will deny it to the grave, man. I don't mingle no more like I used to though, bro. I don't get out there that much anymore. I don't party. I don't go out. I had my heyday of it, but I don't want to, like, and I'm not the type of guy to date online. I don't date online. The only reason I'm even, like, bringing this out is, like, my mom, like, talked to me about it. Because I'm 33, and it's, like, she just feels, I don't know. I'm fucking with these thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I can't do the online thing either. Fucking DMs and shit. Still drama. Oh shit. I'm a Scorpio. No. Just rode with Mom with Marley, so I seen her and we talked. I don't see. Yeah, 27 to like 30. Even. And it seems like now it's like, and it's not that I'm good with kids. I love kids. I'm good with kids. I want to have kids, but it's hard to find, you know. I don't have them. Where are you from, Sammy? Mount Pleasant. He says I'm 31 and only met crazies. Yeah, see, that's what sucks, dude. If I find I ever find decent chicks on this platform or Instagram, or they're always from way the fuck away. Fucking Canada, Europe, fucking Wyoming. Yeah. And it's not that dude, I can be a great role model. I really can. I know how to, like, my Frisbee side of the family, my grandmother, like, I've seen, and that's one trait that the Frisbees always had, was they are good with kids. My grandma had 10 children, so she was good with children, and she passed it down, just to be good with kids, so I can be that role model easily. But I'd prefer not to have to, you know, it sounds selfish, you know what I mean? But I'd love to find one without kids too, so I could have that experience with her together, right? But it's harder as I get older, obviously. My whole real goal is get enough money, right? Get enough money, get popping on YouTube. Then, and that sounds terrible to say, but it's true. And I'm glad, honestly, yeah, that's the thing too. I'm glad I don't have kids right now. Or has 5 kids with 7 different dads. And see that? I've dated a chick with 3 kids, yo. And not to bash, we're not, and moms, we love you. We love you, okay? We all know you all are the best in the sack, right? But, yeah, I've dated a chick with 3 kids. And yeah, we dated for a while, like a year. Then the one before that had 2. I've done it. I've experienced it. So, and juice. Love me some of that apple juice. For real. I've had that in fucking forever. Sunny Delight. Bah. Always have the best snacks. Best food. Cereal. That's one thing I do. I should kick it with my head. No. She's a cool ass chick too. We still talk. That's one thing I do. I talk. I'm never have like the breakup at the time might be bad, but I've always been able to go back to my exes and maintain we're not BFFs, but at least we're not enemies either. You know what I mean? I've always been able to maintain a civil, decent, once in a while contact type relationship with every one of my exes. So, some people just don't mesh. It seems like more and more lately that they don't, What is the 70% divorce rate now? I think they said 70%. And people got to have great combo for you. No. I can be simple. Sometimes I don't even like to talk, no. That's another thing I see out of these new younger girls. They think something's wrong if you ain't constantly giving them fucking attention. I mean constantly giving them attention. What's happening, buddy? Hey, I love that. I love that, Sammy. 100% of divorce starts with marriage. Bing. That's so true. I honestly have thought about never getting married. Absolutely. Absolutely. I suppose I gotta probably call it a night, y'all. Yeah, for sure. Never been married. Nice. Worst thing a man can do. Yeah, because the man gets screwed. Sorry, ladies. Love you. But sometimes he deserves it. A lot of times. Bright inside. I'm going to write that down. I'm good at, like, bro, and I've been thinking actually a lot about lately, like starting to meditate. Doing some howms or something. Some alms, they call them. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you. You get it, girl. It would be cool. Maybe someday I'll fly out or something. I gotta get my money right squared away first. I'm checking that email too. I think I finally hit 4,000 watch hours on YouTube, y'all. That YouTube partner program. I've been noticing a lot of more TikTokers lately. And dude, for real, I will if I get money for sure. That's the main thing, and that's why I want to stay single for now. Is to get my. If this is gonna pan out, I feel like it's gotta be me being single. Period. If this is gonna pan out, and my YouTube's gonna pan out, I feel like I have to be single. Period. And that's what my goals are, and that's where I stand right now. I'm good at being alone, but sometimes, like on Friday nights and Saturday nights, when I'm, you know, and I'm not alone. I'm talking to you guys, which is cool as hell. But I feel like I'm gonna have to be single for YouTube, this to pop. And once that happens, once I establish myself, then it's not, oh, you're coming in and trying to be with a TikToker, YouTuber trying to make it. You're coming in with a TikToker, YouTuber who has made it, is getting money. It's a lot more appealing, I feel like, you know? Because let's be honest, men are gauged by what they have and what they can provide. Obviously, they're gauged by looks, personality. It's all in the factor, but women are less judged on that. I know, like me though, on the real, like if I liked a chick, if she was, I want you. Sorry, but I'm gonna have a good looking girl, and that's what's up. She 7 to 10 only. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it. Sounds shallow, but that's just how I'm gonna be. And she gotta have personality too. I want to be intelligent, and smart, but I would have no problem if I had the means, 100%. Paying a chick's way, because that's just the type of guy I am. I would take care of a chick 1,000 if I had the means, right? If she wanted to work, I'd say go to work then too. You know what I'm saying? Either way, but I would have no qualms with, if I could afford it, taking care of a chick wholly. Hey, there you go, girl. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Get some good rest. I'm about to head to bed too. It's late. Thank you. From Wyoming in Michigan, right here. I'm really not as shallow as I just sounded. I've dated 6s and 5s. I'm like a 6, hard 6. But I try to date up, you know. Try to date up. That's always the goal. You always want a model, you know. But I don't want a dumb model. I would like to find a chick who's into the same shit like this. Absolutely. That'd be a real strong point. I would love it a chick. Chill with a chick that vibe with this shit. You know? A light being, etc. The Motor City Madman. Talking about E.J. Potter. A lot of them, Dolores Cannon's very, very similar. Yeah. I'm not like super into her stuff, no. But her theories, and yeah, like, dude, for sure. And based on what I read in the book of Urantia, too, a little bit. Ted, oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. I saw Ted at the Soaring Eagle, dude. He lowered, bro, he lowered Saddam Hussein from the rafters, lit an arrow on fire, and shot him with it. Nice. That happens. I appreciate you all, by the way. Thank you guys for enjoying the live. All the donations. I better get out of here before it gets booted. I will see all you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. I'll be coming with some fresh content. Like I said, every night. Every night. Yeah, I'm starting to see the trolls too, so. Peace out. It's been a good live, guys. Bye. Later.